Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Kayfabe Podcast. If you are watching us right now, it is live. It is Saturday. It is 9 here on the West Coast, noon on the East Coast. Welcome to another edition. Right now, we're normally live at 9. So what's funny is I don't want to call it.
I ain't gonna say
stereotypical. Don't want to be misogynistic, but notice who's on time. Notice who's on time. Okay.
Maybe we should. Oh, this is gonna sound bad. I'll say it anyway. Maybe we should schedule it for like. Maybe we should schedule it. Tell honey it's 11:30, but we schedule it for 12 anyway.
I'm gonna start here. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. Be like, hey, let's be in here at 11:45. Let's be here. It's crazy that some like thing. It'd be funny. Like you try to argue certain things and be like, no, that's not true. That's not true at all. But it'd be true. We really do be sitting here waiting on a woman, just like
like you didn't think about this outfit before.
But I'll be there shortly. All right, so we'll see you in 30 minutes.
Well, I'm just gonna take Murphy out, let him pee, do all this stuff. I got time, apparently.
I went rebuilt the cabinets in the kitchen while you were getting ready. I saw they needed a little bit of tweaking. So
yeah, that honey-do list I had, I finished it already.
I did.
So
yeah, my bad. You missed our kids' graduation while you were getting ready. I went ahead and raised them. I think I did a good job. I'm sure they cannot wait to see you again.
Meet you again.
Yeah. It's been, because you said you'd be here shortly. Yeah.
Oh man,
that's wild. It is so wild. It's just so wild that it's very true. Like, has it ever been a point in time, like with your significant other, where she's waiting on you, where it's like, I'm taking longer?
I'll admit there have been like a handful of times, but I iron my clothes. I start late. I feel like on those situations, I don't start early enough to get ready. But more than likely, I'm probably sitting around waiting for a little bit. Take Murphy out, let him do his business, give him a treat, play with him for a while before I leave. And Will, I gotta show you this. This is the greatest thing I own right now.
That is fire. That is fire. That is fire.
It's so good, man.
Yo,
it's so good.
Yo, when the little one get here, y'all all need to take a picture, a portrait dressed like that. They're just looking this way, just.
Yeah, the fact that he's looking off into the
y'all all got to do that. Y'all need that family portrait like that. That is.
Oh man, this is the best gift we've gotten in a long time. That was good.
Now I gotta ask, because we around the same age. Do you remember the saying of after 10 minutes you're officially late? Like, did they have that for you?
In school, right? In like college, like if the professor's 10 minutes late, y'all can leave.
Yeah.
My wife had never heard about that.
Really?
Not a thing apparently at Oklahoma State.
Wow.
I always say like 10 minutes, we would count down the clock. 10 minutes? All right, then. That's that grace period for everything. And that's where I learned it was college. I was like, the professor's not here? All right, let's bounce. Everybody packed up their laptops and rolled.
Yeah, it was 10 minutes for school. And then it was 15 for work wise. Like,
yeah.
We got a meeting, and I'm saying like, hey, we got a meeting at 9:00. Hey, you ain't heard from me. I ain't got on the phone, nothing yet. You got 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, the meeting is over. I'm going home.
As soon as the class starts 9:00, that clock starts ticking.
Start ticking. You got if we had a class at 9:00, bro, you got 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and I'm gone.
I had one professor for my sports management class. She was pretty young, but she would always like go out to like the bar on Thursday nights. And we had classes at like 8 Friday morning, and it was like 9:00 was my first class on Fridays. Because I was a proponent of like, I am not going to school any classes after 3. And if I can knock them out at noon, I'm good. But I would lay in bed until about 8:50 because I know an email is gonna come saying like, "Hey, class is canceled on Friday." I don't think I went to, but like 3 probably Friday classes with her because we'd always see her out on Thursday nights too. So,
I'm like, y'all know now I ain't gonna be in tomorrow. Y'all can come if y'all want.
I'd much rather tell us at that time instead of like I'll wake up, I'll click on the email, check it, it ain't there. All right. 10 minutes was usually her grace period before class started.
Yeah.
I just laid in bed, man. I was like, great, no class today. Get these extra hours in, man.
Yeah. So now we gotta do this thing. What do you have to say when you're late? We gotta have something that we gotta say that fuck with us when we late. And why did I knew the hair was gonna be wet? I said, watch, the hair gonna be wet. Watch. Because again, look, we all sitting here waiting, got the keys, got everything. And of course, it shot.
Who came to the party? Oh, Will, I know you're right. Will, you're gonna be right.
I'm sorry for the lateness, guys. I apologize. I'm in recovery. You should see the other guy though.
I bet. Oh. She told us yesterday they were shutting down half of New Jersey for his birthday.
That is not
taking the jet over too, right?
Yeah. I've never known you are able to not have people go out in a whole community so they can party. That's how you know.
No, man, it was actually pretty funny. We ran into a lot of friends that we hadn't seen in a while, and we went to a bar that where we first met, which was really cool, and we had a lot of our friends there. It was good to see a lot of people we hadn't seen in a while, but it was a great time. Pat, you had a wonderful time.
Now, wonderful time. When she says run into, she actually means she brought them there via Black Tahoes. I heard there was a Black Tahoe shortage yesterday at Enterprise up there.
She looked like Roman rolling up to Georgia Tech.
Yeah. Straight up black cars out everywhere down the street. They're like, what's going on? Is the president here? Nah, close. But it's Patchu's birthday.
Yep, period. Only the best for my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Happy belated.
We heard Ric Flair was out there. Apparently.
Had the woo wings ready.
Yep.
Yeah. Ric Flair definitely shut the place down. We left before he did, obviously. So
you see, man. I told y'all, man. If y'all watch WWT, TK is not the only one with money. But we have come up with a thing of when we're late. If we're now, you don't have to do it now because we're gonna slide for Patchu's birthday. But when you are late, there's a penalty that has to be paid. So if you late again, you have to say, I acknowledge Cody Rhodes.
That will be...
Who made that rule? Deonne, was that you?
And if I'm late, I have to say Roxanne Perez is mid.
Oh,
I have to say Roxanne Perez.
Oh well, I'm gonna make sure I'm.
But I told him, I said,
this will be the only time.
I said it's only fair that honey make yours up, Deonne, for you if you late. I was it's only fair. So you have to give him one that he has to say if he's ever late.
Okay, so if Deonne's late, he just has to say, I gotta make this good.
Yeah, make this good.
I gotta make this really good.
Because Roxanne is mid is very hurtful. Me just saying it now hurts.
Cody Rhodes sucks.
Damn.
Well, I'm gonna be having Will set up, making slides by the time. Gonna be up here at 11. Where Will at?
Like, y'all in here yet? It's 10 your time. Why are you here? Just hey, sad to be here.
Jeffrey, watch your mouth, Jeffrey. I see you, Jeffrey. Watch your mouth, Jeffrey.
Okay,
that was yesterday. This is today. Today's a new day. Okay,
Sir Deonne.
Wait, I don't want to spoil it because I haven't watched it yet. But
I ain't gonna tell you. But just let me tell you, we saw a different side of honey yesterday. I'm letting y'all know now.
Really?
I'm telling you. Yo, I
was on one.
Honey was showing out. I don't know if it was the blazer I don't know if it was
I broke
Ula, but
I broke out with a blazer, Ula Fala, the shades. My hair was up. Councilman thought I was bald. He thought I was wearing a bald cap because of the way I had my camera set up.
Look where her head is right now.
What's funny is that Patrick was thinking that. He's like, that would have been totally funny if you came in bald.
To Heyman it?
Yeah, because like her hair was tied back. So all you saw
it was in the tribal chief bun.
But you don't see that. All you see is like where my head is at is pushed back.
That's my big ass forehead. Yeah.
And she done went all out with characters before. So I'm just like, yo, did she put a ball cap on to go with it? And then her head came on. I was like, oh no, it's just hair. It's just hair.
Yeah.
It was that in the light.
It was given Paul Heyman advocate meets Morpheus from the Matrix.
I'm not gonna lie, you had a pinch of Solo Sikoa in there too. I'm gonna be honest. When I saw you, I was like,
I can see that.
If you'd have put the gloves on, then it'd have been like, okay.
Right. And what's funny, I was thinking that too, but the only gloves that I have that are black or red are my Bray Wyatt gloves. which
his kind of look like that already.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, are these the ones he just didn't like put paint in the ties on? He just took.
Yeah.
I really hate I missed it because I wanted to be there for that one. Okay, just hint me to this. Was the outcome what we thought it should be?
Nope.
Deonne, when I tell you.
How y'all
that's what you need to watch it.
Yeah, when I
let that slip away.
And you know what? That's what I say when you see Honey's reactions to it, because the way we did it, there's nothing you can say because you voted it. Because basically what it was, I gave 5 categories, which was in-ring ability, mic skills and charisma, and legacy and impact, championships and achievements, and then character evolution. And you had to let me know in those 5 categories on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate one for each member? Mm-hmm. So in that way, once it's added up, there's nothing that can be said of like, oh, we voted and made this happen. That don't count because again, you're gonna be biased on that. This one you can still be a little biased, but
you gotta be
gonna add up.
Let's be real. Like we're like, you know what I mean? Like there was times where I'm sure a lot of people thought I was gonna go one way with certain things, but I was like, no, because it like look at it. You could see the evolution. Like you saw the side-by-side picture of Dean and John. It's like night and day, so but you had to also make sense. And common sense ain't so common with some others, but I
mean, were the slides of all of Seth Rollins' evolution? Like
I just did 2 from the beginning with the, like I said, where they're like somebody busting with a peroxide bottle to him dressing out of Becky Lynch's closet. I had those
peroxide bottle.
It was a great time. You definitely should check it out.
But I
went off. There's nothing more hurtful than that 1 point, bro. It's like
Game 7.
It's like when you got to pass a test or pass the the SATs or whatever, and you had to get a certain score, and you literally got 1 under the score that it would allow you to pass. Like that. Nothing more.
Game 7 type debate, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
It was. I would say it definitely rivals our horsewoman debate for sure.
Oh yeah. Nah, it's up there with that one. It is up there with
I went off on Jeff. I went off on Courtney.
She really did. Because of Courtney, that's what did it though. But also too though, if I'm gonna be honest, Courtney low key saved the other one because of that. That's why it got to the points it was.
Her and her half points, 8.5.
She's halving point.
She was doing half.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Like, I didn't even say you could do that. Like it's supposed to be solid numbers, but she had said it already, so I'm just like, okay.
Like, well, you said 1 to 10.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't specify, and I was like, all right, he's loopholing it. But honestly, it was Mayer's fault in that particular one because I think there was one where he gave a 0.5 in that particular Shield member, and that's what helped it go over. Otherwise, it would have been just a 1 solid point. That was it.
Mayer came through in his bag too. He was in his Shield bag.
I'm telling you,
the whole gear.
I tell you, bro, it is definitely a run back type of episode.
I'm gonna watch that shit again. I'm definitely
gonna have to watch it today.
I'm so glad she put the clip up. I was like, yo, what I tell you, Honey was wilding last night. Honey was wild. Yo, like when I say like, and I hate to make this comparison, but in no way is it again. Just imagine Trump at a debate and somebody say something, and he'll get zero fucks.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man. The word rigged might have came out of my mouth too, and everything. Like, I was like,
that's a very Trump line.
hey, listen. Everybody said it in the chat. You guys want battle rap honey 2025? I'll give it to you.
yo, and I'll tell you that it was not held back. The expression she made when she cocked back and laughed, I was like, yo, honey, own it. Honey is fucking own it. I had to put myself on mute. That's just how fucking funny that shit was. Because
Right,
you can hear it's like, bullshit.
And you like what I did with the clip at the end? You sure about that?
You sure about that? I was like, yo, that is just how her whole
the disrespect, the blasphemy.
Everything.
I will not stand for blasphemy against my tribe.
Honey, make wrestling great again. That's the best. That's a t-shirt.
Yeah, bro, and I promise you, because what did he say? He said, hold on 1 second.
Make wrestling great again.
He said,
honey, that's you.
We were talking about Roman Reigns carrying the pandemic era, and then the mayor.
Did he or did he not, Deonne?
Yeah, I mean, once he came back, what was it, SummerSlam? I can't remember. Yeah, whenever he came back. Yeah.
Mayor is under the impression that Sasha Banks and Bayley, first of all, he said the best horsewoman, Sasha Banks, and the fourth best horsewoman, Bayley, are the ones that carried the pandemic era.
No. Yes, and there were a lot of people, man, getting a lot of screen time during the pandemic too, who held it up too.
It was,
but once Roman got back for it and they were in the Thunderdome, it completely changed.
Yeah. Here's my only thing with this:
needle mover.
Yeah, you got a t-shirt.
I mean, but you know what it is? What's messed up about it is Mayor got a point.
He do.
The only problem is it's very unforgettable. I mean, it's very forgettable. That's what it really is. Because it was like, yo, like you had forgot at one point. I'm like, yo, didn't they have like all the belts during the pandemic? Because they didn't have nobody to fight at one point. And I was like, yo, this is kind of like, this is happening because y'all the only ones that can come here.
Oh,
that's it.
And that was another thing. Yes, Jeffrey, thank you for reminding me. I'm remembering all this now. Mayor was breaking out biblical quotes from the Bible, and I was like,
"Oh my goodness!
Hold up!
This man was ready. This man was ready and prepared. And this is just me because of the stick to the details I am. Watch it, yo. So we had them timed for each one, so that way we didn't go too long. And the professor was keeping score. And so he told them when it hit 15 seconds to wrap up. Yo, when I tell you that became the hit of the show, because watching all of them try to finish this shit
in 15 seconds.
Hey, I promise you, that shit was kicking Honey's ass. Let me start off real strong. Then she hear 15 seconds.
As soon as you hear 15 seconds, you're like, shit.
And I know because you can tell in her face, she had way more points that she wanted to give out. And so she's like, I got to act 1. Now I got to skip all of act 2 and wrap up act 3.
It wasn't right. But I think the funniest part was his professor clocking himself, like where he would catch himself and he'd be like, 15 seconds, Gerard, and proceed. He was on it.
That's a pro right there, though, man.
Shout out to the professor. Shout outs to him for that nomination for best commentator in Georgia. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yes, I hope he get it because I saw the other.
Me too.
Okay. They cool. They ain't NXT bonafide. But all right, we 20 minutes in. Let's go ahead and get it started off with some trending news. And the first thing I want to talk about is my client, the greatest women's champion right now. I guess we got to just say the best in the world right now. since she's not champion no more. Best in the world, Roxanne Perez, because it definitely ain't CM Punk. We talked about it. We speculated it. Shane's not here no more. Shane not here, so he can't have that no more. He can't have.
He's got the cup. He's got the best in the world cup.
But the best of the world at what? Falling off stuff? Yes.
I don't know.
Yes. I'll say the best at
I think honestly that whole thing was a ploy for Vince to stick it to Punk. Obviously.
Well, no, that was Shane's idea to stick it to what happened with Vince. So that was his idea. Yeah, that was his idea to do that. Well, yeah. So we talked about it, and on last night's SmackDown, Roxanne definitely made an appearance during Bayley's championship match against my other client, Tiffany Stratton. I would have liked to have seen more, but I'm not mad at how it ended because I think Tiffany did need a clean win to show her as a dominant champion, and she did retain her title. I do have to ask before we do talk about this, who has the better moonsault, her or Jacob?
I mean, it's the prettiest moonsault ever.
I just
know, but Jacob nailed that every single time.
But both of them do. Both of them.
They both look pretty neck and neck. If you ask me,
do you give it to Jacob because of his size? Because a man that size shouldn't be doing that shit before. We've seen Bam Bam Bigelow's, Vader's, Hugh Moore's. He had a good one too.
Maybe not a moonsault, but yeah.
Yeah, but like moonsault, that's probably one of the best big man moonsaults I've ever seen. Especially the degree of difficulty for him to get up there. And yeah, Jacob's wild, man. But
I personally love his toss up Samoan drop so much better.
He's solid on every end. Okay, does Charlotte not have a really good moonsault too?
She does.
Hers does. She do, but it's all about the setup. So it's like she has to
persist.
Deliver, and it is fantastic. But the way theirs is, it's so much risk to it. Yeah, and it's like,
and it's intentional. It's intentional.
Yeah, because anything can go wrong in these three. But
I hold my breath every single time either one of them do it.
Exactly. Yeah. But somehow Tiffy's precision,
she never misses the mark.
Jacob, a couple of times you see it, but you bypass it just because of his size.
It looks so vicious still, though, man. It looks like a vicious moonsault.
It do. I will say Jacob's looks more like a finisher's than Tiffy's, because I was watching it last night. And when I saw her Alabama slam Bayley and then the prettiest moonsault to end it, I was like, that was the first time I had a question of like, Tiffy may need another finisher outside the moonsault, because I felt like Bayley could have kicked out of that.
Yeah.
But the precision of it though, because she was in the middle of the ring and hit that. And she don't even be like looking when she do it. That'd be the crazy part.
Right. Like I wonder what like goes through her head like before she does it. She's like, all right, here we go. But like I think honestly to date, because we've now seen Tiffany do a lot of moonsaults, and I know we're going a little off topic, but I would say that her moonsault, her best moonsault that I've seen her do was when she won the championship, because she meant the hell out of that. It was like seeing Damian Priest south of heaven the shit out of Drew McIntyre at Mania, because he meant that shit and he knew he was about to have his moment. So it's like I would say Tiffy, honestly.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Boza. And I'm glad this helped get us back on track. So here's the thing with this. Yes, Roxy may not have no full reason to be there, but like I told y'all before when we talked about it, with the championship gone, the move up has to make sense. And I still say right now, Roxanne still has a little bit more work to do in NXT and to get those eyes over there. Mm-hmm. So this was the perfect transition to be able to have Bayley go there. Because if you think about it, like, we haven't seen her have these monumental moments with people that's a little bit like that, that's on the main roster. We've gotten to see her take on like a Jordan Grace. We've gotten to see her take on most of the NXT roster and the new people that come. But as far as like the older, we only had the boat. And we know how that went with the boat.
Moving on.
What we figured out, though, is that Roxy has challenged Bayley to the fight of her life that we found on social media. Appreciate that, Boza, for letting us know. And it's supposed to be happening Tuesday. Now, I don't know if it's the official match yet or anything, but it's supposed to be an inter-promotional match of Roxanne Perez versus Bayley. Now, with these two, I want to ask the both of you. She said backstage she's inviting her back to NXT. So obviously we're gearing up for a match. We're gearing up for a match. Between these two and with the transition Roxanne is in, where should this happen and what should the match be? Because you got the first Iron Woman, which is Bayley, versus the first Iron Survivor, Roxanne Perez.
So, when's Saturday Night Main Event?
The 25th.
25th.
I might. It's not too far away. It's enough time. All right, I wouldn't mind doing there. I think it puts eyeballs on Roxanne too, especially sort of leading her into making that main roster jump and maybe getting to that main roster. Puts more eyeballs on her there. But I'm talking myself out of it because I'm saying she could go back to NXT and bring those eyeballs back to NXT too. What type of match? Man, I think a straight up wrestling match is good for this one, man. I think it reminds me, this is what Izzy and Bayley should be, 10 years, like 5 years from now? Remember Izzy, the super fan? I'm hoping that there's a storyline there because they've showed like the older pictures of Roxanne with Bayley and like as a fan growing up. So yeah, I mean, Saturday, I'll put that Saturday Main Event. I won't mind it there.
Okay.
Because I mean, they won't have a world title match then, I don't think so. Yeah, let's put them on the card.
Okay. Honey, your thoughts?
I think since they only gave us a little appetizer, I like to call those appetizers, for Bayley and Roxanne, which it means from what that shows to me as a viewer that they're just getting started to cook this up. And I think that they could pretty much stretch this out for some time. I wouldn't be surprised if obviously both of these women I think are going to be entrants in the Rumble for sure. Yeah. And I think they could meet there. There'll be a situation where there's a cat fight between them. Somebody knocks somebody out. And shortly after Rumble, you have Vengeance Day in NXT, which is the next pay-per-view for them. So I think that would be a little bit more ideal if you want to like have people, if you want to bring in Roxy to the fold and you want people to, to be able to see her on the main card and on the main roster week after week. You kind of want to see an encounter on the mic between those two, because Roxy on the mic and Bayley on the mic is not it's not a bad thing. I think I think more so towards Vengeance Day with a little bit of a cat fight in the Rumble.
It stretches the story out, right? Or the rivalry out.
Yeah. And if anything, maybe they could have like a 1 hour Iron Woman match or something like that, or like a half hour, whatever it is that they do now. But I this is a strong rivalry that's building between these two, and both of them have kind of similar backgrounds as well.
I'm cooking this all the way to Stand and Deliver.
Oh, really? Bayley at Mania?
Bayley at Stand and Deliver.
I think Bayley will do double duty.
We saw that.
I think Bayley will do double duty, to be honest with you. But right now, like, if she still remains on SmackDown, there is no reason for her to be in the title picture. Like, you had your WrestleMania moment last year. You gained the title. Like, I guarantee you'll be on the card, but I know it'll be for something else that's outside of the championship, because someone else does need to be there for Tiffy time.
Yeah.
For these two, it makes the most sense because Bailey is the one everybody was kind of looking to be like, hey, we think you can be that next one, even when with the ponytail, with everything. That's why you had these matches with Sasha Banks. That's why you had these matches with Charlotte Flair. You are one of the favorites of NXT, and so is Roxanne. Like, even in this heel point, Roxanne is still going to be one of the most favorable NXT stars to come out of there. And so you can push this all the way to there. I agree with Honey I think Roxanne will cost Bailey her spot at the Rumble. I think she's the one that's going to throw her out. That's going to cook up a match between them at Vengeance Day that, again, Cora Jade can interfere in, and it leads to more, because then you only have Elimination Chamber, and then now you can maybe you got going towards Stand and Deliver. So we got contract signings. We have Bailey coming back for a couple of appearances there. Roxanne coming for a couple of appearances SmackDown. And it doesn't always just have to be fully focused on them. Like, we can have a week where Roxanne takes on, is in a tag match with Cora Jade against somebody else. Same thing with Bailey. But I think you can stretch this all the way to Stand and Deliver, where you do have another Iron Woman Survivors match. I mean, another Iron Woman's match, because I don't think we've had one since Bailey and Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna pull that back out, it's like, Stand and Deliver needs to be the place where you can pull that back out. Because especially if you move into if they're keeping the same pace of having 5 matches for Stand and Deliver, you have more than enough time to be able to do that. And it's PLE, so we don't have to worry about it going off on the CW. We don't have to worry about it being cut short. I think this is what they will keep the two of them doing till Stand and Deliver, and where Roxanne can make that transition up. But I think she still has eyes that she can pull over to NXT, and she needs her main roster match to check off before she leaves NXT. And then Becky. Oh, and I forgot. We still got our rematch with her and Julia, where Bailey can also come and interfere.
Ruin her opportunity.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a lot of back and forth.
Mm-hmm. And that might be, and honestly, that may be the match we get at Vengeance, is Roxanne versus Julia. Because remember, Julia has even hinted at, I still got to see her one more time.
Right, because she ain't
so I can see it at Vengeance Day. I can see Bailey come and interfere because you messed me up at the Royal Rumble. We get through March, and then we there in April.
Man.
And it keeps Roxanne busy. It keeps her busy. We don't have to find a story for her.
And bringing Bailey over to NXT every now and then, too, helps that out every Tuesday night, too.
Exactly.
Coming home,
And that's what I feel like Bailey's gonna do. Bailey's gonna make that run between brands like she's doing, so she can find something at Mania. Because I think she may get a match with somebody from Raw at Mania. I'll say this, Bozo. Yeah, I think after Stand and Deliver is where we need. I think after Stand and Deliver is when we see her do the official move up and go to SmackDown. Which makes sense. I think that's a good way for her to end her story, outside of just leaving with transitioning to the new champion for this next chapter.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
We shall see, but I'm glad to see that. Glad to see, both my clients was out there shining yesterday. On
beautiful. It's beautiful. We've gone from Tuesday Night Rocks to Friday Night Rocks, and I'm here for Friday.
I was hoping they get a little, just a little. Well, you know what? Yeah, I know that's too much heat for y'all on SmackDown. I know that's too much. That's too much. They gonna forget about Jacob and everybody. So we shall see. Just a little bit more SmackDown news. I just want to get y'all opinions on Solo Sikoa and their action. Solo Sikoa booed out of the building and no longer being acknowledged as the Bloodline. They're no longer announcing them as the Bloodline anymore. It seems like Tama Tonga and Jacob have kind of just started to do their own thing. Now, honey, as our resident watch along on SmackDown over at WWT, I have to ask. We talked about this bloodline story being over, but we've also talked about a lot of times of when is Jacob just going to take the reins?
Mm-hmm.
Have we reached that point, or do you see a new chapter of the Jacob Fatu story and the bloodline?
Like he said, he's just getting started, and I kind of been waiting for this moment. I kind of do want Jacob to go rogue or take the reins from Solo Sikoa if he's relieved of his duties. I mean, apparently being booed out of the building. It's so funny because I always say on Friday nights when I do the watch along, I will never acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, but I will acknowledge Jacob Fatu. I will acknowledge him. Maybe not as my tribal chief, but I acknowledge him more than I would acknowledge Solo. And I think everybody's really ready to see Jacob at this point. He's been here since what, August?
Yeah.
He came back. He came in August, and since then, and he's been on fire ever since. I feel like it's crazy. It's already like half a year that he's been.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like August,
and he's already made such an impact. So now it's time to go see him do his thing. And he's got the big man on Saturday night main event. Braun Strowman. That's gonna be insane. It's going. I feel like there's just going to be carnage, and there's going to be a point where this fight is not going to stop, and the ref is just going to have to stop the match.
Yeah,
at least that's what I see. I want absolute chaos. But I think Jacob is ready. I think Tama Tonga is ready as well. I always favored Tama Tonga more than I did Tonga Loa. No offense, but I wonder when Tonga Loa.
We know what it is.
I just wonder when he'll resurface again as well, because he, I know he had gotten injured, but yeah, I mean, this is only the beginning, and an unhinged Jacob Fatu is something I am totally here for.
The face he made when he was out there looking at Jay is ridiculous. He was just, and it wasn't even like a man. It really looked like, yo, this dude's insane.
Yeah,
this guy is not well up.
No, him breaking off now. I think it's time. I think the momentum's there. Solo's bloodline story is pretty much done, but he's yet to acknowledge Roman. So I'm sure we'll get to that point too.
I don't think we're gonna get that. That's
still a longer.
Will that not happen?
Longer bloodline run than the original.
Because watching him today, like watching him last night, it's one of those of like, I could see him not showing up for a little bit, being able to take a break and go do something else. Like I don't know, because it's like, yo, like seeing that and seeing how strong Jacob is, and it's like, yo, them letting like, yo, like the dogs have been let loose. It's like, I don't see anything of the Roman bloodline story intercrossing with theirs. Like you could just tell, like that is completely done. Like it is completely finished. And I think the only thing you may get where you see something is both of them in the ring at the same time with Roman at the Rumble. I think that's it. Like I think they really have moved past the whole.
Oh my God, the Samoan bloodline in the Rumble.
Jacob in the Rumble.
Oh my God, Jacob in the Rumble.
That's gonna be ridiculous. But more news too. We also found out more Saturday night main event that Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, champions,
champion versus champion,
will be.
What are we doing, Deonne? What are we doing here with your boy?
What do you mean? What are we doing? You say it.
I'm not saying this make your dude look a tad bit weak.
How does it make him look weak?
Bro, first of all, why are you acknowledging that Kevin Owens is champ?
Why are you acknowledging?
Yes, he is.
He's been saying it for weeks that he's the rightful champion.
And like, bro, there's no way you would have convinced me to like, yo, if I'm the champ, I'm like, bro, we not putting this fake ass title that he bought over there. We're not hanging this up with with my championship belt. I am the rightful champion. I'm just like, yo, because I even went, I was like, this let me know if they went too far with this, because I was like, I went to WWE.com. I was like, if y'all really wanted to push this, y'all should have had both of them in the championship section showing.
Oh my goodness.
WWE champion. But it don't show that. So I'm just like, what are we doing?
That's the full buy-in right there, Will. I wish they would have done that too. That's the full.
Yo, both of them just side by side. Like I'm like, yo, they didn't do that. So I'm just like, okay, what are we doing? What are we doing with this? Because
if it wasn't for Cody, none of this would be happening.
Like, how your man's let this dude walk around like that with a belt? It's like he beat him up, took one of his toys, and he keep running around with his toy and saying, "This is mine. This is my rightful toy."
But that's how we get to that match, though. So Cody can eventually do that and take both titles. Well,
so we're gonna see Cody lift up 2 titles.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, you wonder why we say he's in it for himself.
I'm just saying. I mean, hey, listen, man. It just sounds like he's just trying to follow footsteps. That's all it sounds like to me. He's trying to follow the footsteps of the tribal chief.
Oh, like Triple H held up both titles. Yeah, that was cool too. Yeah, that was dope.
So we doing all of this so we can get that photo up.
1,200 days.
A photo, really?
She tight. No, I'm telling you, I promise she's tight about that Shield debate. Anytime we mention this, I'm telling you, it's gonna come up. She is tight about that.
We should do a watch along for that.
I'll tell you, yes, we should. Yes,
watch along for what? For what?
For the Shield debate.
Have a watch. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes, I would totally do that. I would do that. I would.
I'll wait and not watch it. We can do it because I haven't seen it.
We can definitely do that. But I also want to get y'all thoughts real quick because I know I don't want to say on too much trending news because we're getting at 40 minutes now. The moderator for the contract signing between between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. How we looking with that? Did we land it?
Anytime I can see Shawn Michaels.
You said hit the music. I'm not finna pretend that I'm finna moan like a girl, but it was in my head.
Hey.
You thought about it, but he's like, nah, I'm stop.
Because that's a clip that's gonna. Well,
exactly.
I do that to myself.
If we went live, we might have did it. Because we live and we know Dylan be somewhere lurking.
I know I'm sexy.
Well, that'll be my new say it. Henry.
Right.
How do you not jam to that though? Like there's no way.
Good.
I mean,
it's like one of the greatest theme songs ever.
It's a jam. It is the jam.
And honestly, I'm not mad at it because I'm here for Shawn.
Yeah.
Any like Deonne was about to say, I'm anytime I get a chance to see HBK, I'm all for it. And please let me hear the music.
Scale of 1 to 10. Kevin Owens getting sweet chin music.
10.
Yeah, same here, man.
Cody might if he speak out of turn.
He
might super kick both of them.
I don't think Cody will. I think
one has a history. You know that.
Mm-hmm. Just go around super kicking everybody. I just can't stand.
AKA Ty Dillinger, AKA Shawn Spears.
Man, just walking down the hallway,
walking down the hall, getting super kicked.
My favorite one was after the stand when he kicked the guy and all the papers went flying.
Yeah, he just walked up.
Beautiful.
No, it's Shawn, man. Like a legend. He's killing it in NXT. Anytime I get to see him too, especially in this capacity, him on the microphone. I mean, all he has to do is pretty much be the authority figure for the contract signing, I guess, you know.
Yep.
And it gives again an opportunity to like hand out a kick to Kevin Owens too. I'm sure he can get that leg up one more time, man.
I think he can.
Oh yeah,
really can.
Oh yeah.
Also, I think I don't know when the last time Shawn Michaels was on a Saturday Night Main Event, but I think that's pretty exciting to have him there.
Oh, yeah.
And to moderate for Cody and Kevin
in San Antonio.
Like it writes itself.
Yeah. I think that was a good pairing. I'll be honest too. This Saturday Night Main Event has me a lot more hype than the returning one. I will say that. I like the matches that we're getting. But I will say very, very, very quickly, should Saturday Night Main Event have happened the time it's scheduled, or should it have happened after the Rumble?
I think it's a good lead in because Rumble, you're going to be full on like champion. Like we got our WrestleMania main events, right?
Yeah.
So it allows us to get some matches in before Rumble, before we got to kick it into gear to get to Mania too. So I think I like the spot.
I think it was their way of like testing the waters just to make sure that they could get some attraction to it, and being that the nostalgia factor works because there was a lot of old school fans who see that Saturday Night Main Event is returning, and because they saw it was a success in ratings, viewership, attendance, what have you, they were just like, all right, let's make this a thing. It's once a month.
Yeah, I agree with it as well. A lot of people I saw in the IWC were wanted to be after Rumble just because of what one of the main events would be, which is Jay versus Gunther. And, it's kind of that people feel like, they can kind of be predictable about what's going to happen because the world's coming.
Yeah.
Right. And Jay has already said that he's going to be there. But again, we've mentioned before, Saturday Night Main Event is, if we're doing the timeline, it's the side mission. It's a side mission that has to be displayed for NBC for people to enjoy. That's of a newer audience as well.
Standalone, standalone.
Yeah.
Thing.
So that we know that, and that they are integrating some of the stories to lead into what the big main stories are, like, which is Royal Rumble. So that's why it's like it's better for it to happen now, because trying to come do this after the heat of Royal Rumble, it's just going to fall short. Yeah. So it's like, this is a great place to do that. So now I want to move on to this guy. The title of our episode, Rumble Punk Rumble. We are getting closer and closer to February 1st, which will probably be here in 2 days because of how fast life is going. I want to ask this question. We have a lot circling around CM Punk. And it seems like it's starting to become the CM Punk show a bit, if you will, because we have him circling the main event of WrestleMania. We also have him circling being the Royal Rumble winner, but there's a lot of obstacles for CM Punk to get on. You have Seth Rollins looking at you. You have Drew McIntyre. You have Roman Reigns. You have
the bloodline, the Temu bloodline, even
the Temu bloodline. So I want to know from y'all, given where CM Punk's current status in WWE, from age, from what we've seen in the past year, has Punk bit off more than he can chew? And with all of this going on, does he make it to WrestleMania? And let me just paint the picture of it, like what he wants: win the Rumble, main event WrestleMania. But from the toll on his body, from all of these obstacles of opponents that also have a valid reason to be in the main event spotlight, does Punk have what it takes to overcome all of that and get to the final goal of what he's trying to get to, of main event in WrestleMania? Or has he taken on a little too much?
No, I don't think he has.
That he hasn't taken on too much?
No, I don't think he has. And the only reason why I think so is because why would you have to worry about so many obstacles when you got a favor someone owes you? Skip the line. I feel like that favor moment is something that they told us about, and they're going to do everything they can to make us forget about it. And they're going to remind us of it in the coming months. We're like, oh shit. So I think that favor is going to come in handy for Punk, and he won't have much to worry about because it will be handled.
So in asking that, Deonne, I do want you to answer the initial question, but with that, because of having that, are we still putting a little too much on CM Punk because you have that golden ticket? And should there be another focus of someone from the Rumble. Because as of right now, like CM Punk's Rumble entrance is overshadowing everyone right now, if I'm just being honest. Even John Cena. Yeah. On his last return, Punk going into the Rumble is over on Cena, because now it's like, oh, well, we want to see Punk and Cena in the same ring with each other. But we're more focused on the Punk part than we are Cena.
Right.
And with having that golden ticket as well, I'm just like, are we doing the right thing of making him the focus of this road to WrestleMania?
WrestleMania season. I don't know. For the first question, I don't think it's too much.
Okay.
I will admit, like, he looked like in the best shape I think I've ever seen CM Punk too. Like, even at his age, he's in pretty good shape. Granted, he's had a lot of injuries leading up to that, a lot of toll on his body. But given the schedule that he's worked so far, like his toughest match with last year was Hell in a Cell when he came back for that. Yeah. And there's been a good little break between that, unless he's doing like the house shows.
Yes, he does.
I never noticed. Yeah, because it came out in a towel one time. But I don't know. I think the focus. Tell me who else we should be focusing on, because the rumor was last year that he should have won the Rumble, or that he should have main evented WrestleMania or been in that championship match last year. I think him having that. You're right, Will. I'm following his story more than anybody else's WrestleMania story right now.
Really? So you don't say.
Even more than Cena's. Okay. He's got the title already, honey. He's got the title already.
Well, right? I mean, if it wasn't for your boy, maybe CM Punk would have had that spot in that main event. I'm just saying.
Honey, I'm trying to answer the question, okay? I'm trying. Whatever I was saying. Yeah, CM Punk. Yeah. Win the Royal Rumble. Go into WrestleMania. Use his favor. Yeah, whatever. Honey, it's all yours.
I'm just playing with you. You know, I'm just busting you, man.
Oh, he was like, you know what? Whatever. I don't even remember.
Man, 2025, y'all gonna be sick of me.
He was like, I don't even remember what the fuck I was talking about. Whatever. CM Punk. No, it ain't. Whatever. Championship, hot dogs, Maryland, whatever. We got it.
I'm sorry, Deonne. I'm just messing with you.
Oh my God.
I gotta let Deonne finish his story too. You know?
I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I think, oh man, Will, what else you got, man?
Next subject, man. Next subject.
We done.
Yeah, I say the same thing. I think you asked the right question of who else would we have the main story be on the road to WrestleMania? And I don't think you have no one else that has a stronger opinion than CM Punk for it. You can make a case for John Cena, but it's only because it's the farewell tour. And Roman's in it too. But the against for Roman, we need to see you not headline WrestleMania, because we've seen you do it, almost 5 years in a row.
It's gonna be weird not seeing him close the show.
Well, but again, too, now we're at a point where we have a second night, so he could still close the show in night one. Yeah. And that's still a big ticket draw. Like, that's not something that we can still like knock down and say, oh, well, you know, it's not Sunday. No, you main evented WrestleMania. WrestleMania just happens to be 2 nights now. And I have no doubt that he could get night one, but we need to see a new character when the highlight reel goes. Who is it? It has to be CM Punk. It has to be CM Punk, because we saw it with Drew when we all came back from the pandemic. There's no one there. Like Rollins is great, but it's like, again, we just had this debate about Rollins and the Shield thing. Rollins at this current point is not main event WrestleMania push. And it could go back too because of how much we've seen him.
Yeah, and not enough to, like, You're right. You're right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. It's the same thing. It's just this is the right story to focus on. I know people are more looking at, okay, can he carry this all the way through to WrestleMania? And I believe so, yes, just to another point that you said, Deonne, of the fact that we don't see him as much wrestling all the time. We see him in appearances. We see him not so much from the physical side of it, which I think you can still work all the way up to Mania. Like, we don't necessarily have to see CM Punk in matches all the time. Like, we have the Elimination Chamber coming up. I don't necessarily need to see CM Punk in the Elimination Chamber.
And if he wins the Rumble, he doesn't have to be in that.
So. Exactly. I don't need, an appearance of you on the mic. That's fine. Maybe a couple of matches on Monday Night Raw as we get towards WrestleMania. Sure. I think he's found the perfect cushion up there, and I think they're being smart with it because of that, because of being prone to injuries now, of just being a little bit older. I think he's found it in the right stride. And I think he's picked the right people to beef with that can carry that on for him. So I know a lot of people are just thinking that, he may drop the ball going to WrestleMania. It may not have the same impact as we're thinking, because one thing that was mentioned was that I saw in the IWC was Punk will draw in the wrestling fan.
That's what I was going to ask. Is he a draw for Mania?
And that was the $1 million question that came up as to why I even asked this question. Can Punk draw in the rest of the world?
This year, since he's been back in WWE, seeing this man on the sideline in a suit for a football game, CM Punk is low-key gone mainstream. Or he's become the company man. You know what I mean? Like, he feels that way. Does he put butts in seats like a Roman would?
Would he put butts in seats like Cena? Because again,
who are we talking about? CM Punk still?
Cena has the trump card. This is last Mania.
The IWC is wondering, CM Punk main event WrestleMania. We know he can bring in the wrestling fan, but can he bring in the non-wrestling fan or the casual wrestling fan to fill in seats as the main event? Because you see Rock and Roman, you just want to go just to be there.
Right. I could see that for CM Punk. I don't see why not.
See that, but that's also the thing too, Will. Like, WrestleMania tickets are damn near sold out already, right? Like, without a main event card even being made. Yeah. But it's just like that initial promotion or that initial stuff that you have to do leading up to it. Can Punk sort of carry that? Can he do a late night show like Cody and Roman? And will people care about it? Like,
and that's what we haven't seen him do. That's the big part that I was questioning when this question came up. I have not seen Punk do that. I've seen Punk be a man of the people. That's great.
The voice of the voiceless.
Yep. I've seen you be a okay wrestler in the ring. It's okay. It's not great, but it's not bad. And I'm not going to call it mid either. It does what it needs to do. Personality through the roof. But can you sell to brands? We have not seen that. The only time we saw that was when you were selling the ice cream bars for WWE. Outside of that, can you go on these shows? Can you go to these events? Can you draw in that ticket sale? And if not, who are you going to pit against him to be able to do that?
Yeah. I think the opponent's going to make all the difference.
It is. The opponent is really going to make all the difference, because this is a guy that is, like we said, he's for the people, but you're not a company man.
He's kind of been one since he's been back, though.
Yeah, but as far as because again, it's still that you're still somewhat on that road to redemption of mending bridges, and so you're more of a company man because of the industry itself. It's like, hey, I see where we are now. We're in a better place. This is why I'm now playing ball, because of who's all here, who's coming up. Y'all have
and who's not here.
Yeah, and who's not here anymore. So this is why I don't mind being the commentary, doing these things. But it's like, again, we have not seen him draw in as far as outside of that. So it's
interesting. Let me ask you a question. WrestleMania poster, CM Punk's on one side. Who's on the other side? That you're like, this is main event WrestleMania championship match worthy.
It has to be Cody. It has to be Cody.
I'm going a little bigger.
Who?
No offense to Cody. I don't mean that. I was not meaning that in a shady way. But Dwayne. There was a lot of people in the IWC noticing that Dwayne is in the package for WrestleMania 41. Regardless of what's been said about him not being able to have plans for it or have them having plans for him, I think it's all a swerve.
Well, here's the thing that they said that I don't think none of us ever brought up or caught. They said he couldn't do a match. That didn't mean he wouldn't show up.
Mm.
So I think you still get that. I think you still get the appearance. Match-wise, though, that's the thing in question, because especially with him still having to redo Moana shoots for the live action version and some other things, I can see why they don't want to risk him getting in the ring or him having the allotted time he needs to get himself physically ready. But I never thought of him not making an appearance there. And then especially with the fact that we may also get Stone Cold there. So at least the interaction between those two, I think we may see that spot happen. But even to that point, I want to say this in the best way, so honey don't turn into a rap battle, honey. CM Punk's and Rock's story is not strong enough to headline WrestleMania.
Probably not, unless you're one of us. Unless you're one of us and you know the history between them two. That's the only thing I think that they would be able to capitalize on.
And it goes back to my point, though. Wrestling fan,
casual.
But you trying to pull in these people from around the world to come fly in to come watch this?
Did Triple H pull like the two AEW guys main event last night of WrestleMania?
Well, the reason why I think it works is because of what I just mentioned with being able to promote it. Cody can do that and have Punk remain who he is, to where we don't need him to go do all of that stuff. He can stick to speaking to the crowd on Raw, going to speak to the crowd on SmackDown. He can continue to be who he is, have great promo segments with him in the show. But outside of the show, promoting everything, you have to have Cody to be able to do that.
Good with the babyface versus babyface?
Yeah, and I think a babyface versus babyface can be there because of so much history that is there between the two of them. That's why it would work as far as being able to sell that.
That's right. I forgot that they have yet to fight each other one-on-one. The only time they were necessarily one-on-one was when they were the last two in the Rumble.
Yeah,
and they just missed each other in AEW. Oh yeah, so I think that
they've always missed one another when the stuff came to it, and it's always been of who really you're the voice of the voices, and this is the
face.
The face. Yeah, I was gonna say something else disrespectful, but
I didn't Cody cut a promo like that too to Punk too, like saying he did that, like he. I already did that. Oh yeah. Okay.
So that's why it's there, because everything even Seth has said Cody can use. It's like, hey man, I went to the show. I've been to the show.
Yeah.
And I think it works with that very well. But then also too, you start to get what people may be asking for, which is heel Cody, because that could be the balance within this, and we're going to
Homelander Cody
we're going to talk about that because of that is one of our topics with in another segment that we're going to talk about in the show. But I do want to move into the next topic as well. So we'll see exactly what happens. But I think if there's anybody that can be able to push it as a main event, it would have to be Cody versus CM Punk for the title. That's the only way that
It'd be a fun bill.
Who's finishing that story, Deonne? You got a spoiler for us?
It'll end the same way it ended last year.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Punk would win either. If I'm just being.
It's like you got your main event. You next to win though.
I'm still trying to think of who could take this title off of Cody. It's crazy.
It's
That's a whole. I mean, but that's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah.
Like we could sit here and go through the whole roster and try to figure out who would be the person to take out Cody for the title. But
I know who it would have to be. I already know who it would have to be to take him out for it, and it would have to be Randy. Randy is the only one that could take the title off of him because Randy is the only other one where it would make sense for someone to take it off of him, like a Kevin Owens, like a Sami Zayn, or even like a Gunther. Because again, like we've made him like I'll use Homelander Cody as an example, but you've now made him close to Roman, like again to this unbeatable type of person. So you need someone where you don't see it coming, you don't see the strike coming, and who better than an RKO out of nowhere?
And somebody who's had the title before.
And knows you.
They got history.
Yeah. So it would be fire for that. So I can see that happening. Now I want to talk about my other clients.
Wait. The ruler.
The NXT champion. We talked about, with all of this now crossing over, Road to WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, we talked about briefly Obafemi needing to have that Kevin Owens route, going to these other shows and dominating. And something that was hinted at us when he returned on the NXT after winning the championship was Tony D'Angelo coming out and hinting at a title versus title.
When I tell you I was so underwhelmed when that music hit, I was like,
Yes, we were. So we also talked about that. That may not be the greatest thing to do. But I want to throw another scenario at you.
Uh-oh. Are you going where I think you're going with this? Shut up.
Obafemi as the TNA champion.
So you see it Nick Nemeth versus Oba. Oh my God.
Okay, this opens up a whole can of worms because
he will be the second person to have 2 championships on NXT, but this will be from another promotion. That's never been done.
And why I like this so much is because we can get what we asked for, honey. If Oba goes over, that's where we get Moose versus Oba.
Who? Give it to me. That's what I want.
Even Joe Hendry versus Oba.
Who?
The crossover, like
I don't know, man. Joe Hendry's he's so much bigger than Oba. Like that's gonna overshadow Oba. That's gonna be easy.
Oh no. I thought that too. When I saw him on Monday Night Raw, Oba got some stake in this. And Oba's promos with Joe Hendry are gonna be insane. I'm not saying he's as popular. I'm not gonna say that.
Right.
Oba has a big case to be able to destroy Hendry on promos and in the ring.
Oba's giving me Gunther vibes, where like how he kind of like talked down to Tony D, like the same way Gunther talked down to Jay. Like, okay, I guess if you want to do this, then we can. Like, but you're not gonna win because the result is gonna remain the same. Like.
But before he said that, and he came out, when he was sitting there, he was like, everybody is always talking about, oh man, I didn't think I could do it. When he switched his voice, I was like, oh, Oba got it. Oba knows.
There's sides of this man. There's sides of this man that we have yet to see, and he's going to show us, especially in 2025.
You can see the charisma too.
Yeah.
Like, but they always talk about it. What is it?
And
Oba has whatever it is,
and he's very, very eloquent. Very well spoken.
Yes. And that's why it's like a Nick Nemeth or a Joe Hendry is gonna make that charisma be shown even more. But what were you about to say, Deonne?
As TNA, granted, this partnership has worked out like perfectly for everybody involved. It's getting eyeballs on people from TNA. It's been great. You gonna let another company win your title? That's always the sticking point.
Well, Well, here's the thing I said. The match could happen. Doesn't necessarily mean he has to win.
But now I want to see this picture that you
I
got
do
up
too.
here.
I want to see this. I want to see this as well. But the reason why I like it is because it gives fresh face to TNA being somewhere in here. Because either way, this could technically happen on both sides. Because the same question could be, do you really want to see a TNA star become NXT champion? And we've said yes. We did not mind Joe Hendry.
We didn't mind Joe Hendry. Yeah.
We didn't mind that. So it's the same thing that could go over for Oba, and I think it works because it allows us to see what he can do on different stages. And it's a nice transition up because I would say like NXT audience is probably like maybe 1,000 or a couple of hundred less than what TNA would have as far as their booking goes. But this gives you a good chance to be on that next stage before going to the full roster to show what you can dominate on. And that's another thing even too I see with Roxanne going through Stand and Deliver, because I could also see her taking on Masha Slamovich for the TNA title and completely, not having to focus on Julia and still get it a cost from Bayley.
Right.
And the cool thing, I think the relationship between TNA and WWE or NXT has worked out so well that I don't question anything that they're really doing a lot. Because, I mean, Jordynne Grace, we knew about her, but like, about her now. Like, just she's.
If you don't know, now you do.
Exactly. So that felt like a very good, like, tester. Let's test the waters with this.
Right.
And then the Joe Hendry thing happened, and it was like, hey, maybe he'll win and maybe he won't. But now you have a deal in play where this relationship is there. You can go as crazy as you want now. And I think it still benefits both the company. Because NXT guys or wrestlers can go over to TNA, NXT, TNA to NXT. I think it's beneficial to all involved. Mm-hmm. But now, since you showed me this picture, this is what I want to see.
I want it now.
Yeah, and a good thing
it's why that we get Nick Nemeth back. Will they call him Dolph Ziggler if this happens?
No, I think you could go by Nick Nemeth just because even too like what they've done with you allowing to keep your trademark when you go. I think that's an even better way for them to even give that. Like, so let's talk about it. Yeah, y'all know me as something else. This is who I go by now. Because even like Sean Spears was the perfect 10.
I like the perfect 10, man.
I did too. I
just didn't like his finisher. I was like, if you had a better finisher.
I didn't like his finisher, and I didn't like that vest that he would come out.
You didn't like the jacket with the skin, the glowing.
When it glowed and stuff, I just didn't like the design of it. It was just odd.
Big ass
collar. Yeah. Like, what are we doing? Suntanning? Like, what?
I'm like, you trying to catch some signals from space?
Hey, he was over then, man. He was over.
I did see something online before I got on with you guys, though, according to Sports Illustrated, that Nick Nemeth has pitched for John Cena to make a pit stop at TNA for his retirement tour. And we get Nick Nemeth versus Cena for a title. We see, when was the last time we saw something like that? Dolph Ziggler and Cena in the same ring again, like later, like all these years later,
in a different
promotion while in partnership with WWE. Still, that's big business right there.
This would be the time to do it.
The time is now.
Yeah, this would be the time to do it. See, but now that you say that though, I wouldn't mind that with him and Joe Hendry at a TNA event.
Well, I just want to see Joe Hendry and Cena in the same ring. That's going to happen regardless, and that should happen at the Rumble.
Yeah, it would. I think he does. I think Cena needs to make a stop at NXT. I think he also needs to make a stop at TNA. I think it does happen in his farewell tour, and also too, it kind of gives him a little bit more to do between like the big PLEs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we shall see. So I know we done jumped into our first hour or so. And speaking of John Cena, we've mentioned him. We've also mentioned CM Punk. And we have another segment that we have here on the Kayfabe Podcast called Who's the Heel? And that is where we take some very incredible rivalries, and we analyzed to see exactly who was the heel in this rivalry. Now so for an example of the Randy Orton Triple H rivalries, we know Randy Orton was kicking people in the head, but also too, Triple H kind of deserved some of these things that was happening, even though he was the potential face of this rivalry. So we start to examine of who was the true heel in this rivalry. And of course, our first one has to be, because both of these are in the Rumble, CM Punk, John Cena, 2011. Now, if you remember, speaking of two champions, where it actually made sense that they were both champions. Not just walking around with a belt saying that they're the true champ and whatnot.
I don't know what Sammy and Kevin be on, man.
They be wild. I don't know what. Hey, look, we gotta ask TK. I don't know what it is about you Canadians that just.
Oh my God, I wasn't even trying to go there.
But y'all got some nerves. I thought y'all was supposed. I know y'all polite, but I didn't know y'all was delusional.
The only one who's not is Chelsea Green.
Really? Is she not?
We wanted her to win this title.
Yes, but delusional though. She definitely being.
She's the rightful United States champion. She won that fair and square and in the tournament.
Yes, red, white, and green. Okay.
I love that she's feeding into it, though.
I do too. I love it, but we can't deny. Like, ma'am, you are off the rails. Right? You are off the rails.
She's good.
Great. But I want to know from y'all though, who was the heel in this rivalry? Because you had Cena, who was kind of like the company man, not in a bad way, but just like, again, this man has the company on his back. He's been doing his thing. And, CM Punk was the man of the people. This is, right after the cuss of the pipe bomb, becoming this voice of the voiceless, sticking it to the man, trying to do what Stone Cold does, but watered down. But it was working. We know it culminated at Money in the Bank, where CM Punk's contract was up and he was the current WWE champion, and which was very funny too, because watching that, and Honey is gonna love this, made Bret Hart's screw job more significant in watching this, because seeing Vince's face with CM Punk holding the title and blowing him a kiss, like, ooh, I get now why y'all screwed Bret, because especially the way Punk was acting. And just imagine if there was an AEW there at the time. Remember, we didn't have a big promo, like WCW's gone. We only really got New Japan. So there was nowhere for that impact to happen like that, except with, the irony is Impact was alive at that time. But there was nowhere for that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still see in his face as why that was significant. But I want to know from y'all, because we start to also see a shift in going from cheering John Cena to booing John Cena.
Yeah.
So I want to know from y'all, who was the heel in this rivalry? Was it Punk or was it Cena?
You want to go first, Deonne?
Sure. I Stone Cold sober. The way you described it, Will, was Punk was the man of the people. Usually once you get the people on your side, that sort of turns you into the face for whatever you're going through, for every rivalry you're going into. He was anti-authority, which is something that we don't cheer authority, obviously. Cena was the company guy.
Company.
Y'all still haven't come down from this debate from yesterday, apparently.
I'm telling
you. Because
you've been
quick jabs in here have been like
it has. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. It's because you weren't there yesterday, so you got to catch what we was catching. Peter was celebrating her husband's birthday too.
Between that and the birthday shenanigans, man, my brain. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Man,
I love you,
She got a
you
pink
tell me-
velour suit on. She not playing. She is not playing with us.
Pink balloon suit. Yes.
Oh
Yes.
man.
And it's
Um,
velour, not balloon.
I said velour.
Oh, I thought you said balloon.
No,
Nah,
this is velour.
Nah, we don't. Nah, that's the Southerner in me.
Gonna
Nah.
start Harlem shaking in a minute. But
But Deonne, please continue. My bad.
if the way that you read it, if I'm listening to it and I never watched this, I would think CM Punk was the babyface and John Cena was the heel.
Okay.
Put up against having an authority figure behind you to say, don't lose my title, make sure you win, and he didn't. And just in this picture alone, if you told me like who's the babyface, who's the heel, I see a genetic specimen of a man in John Cena, and then I see just a common man in CM Punk. That's the yeah, exactly. That's what this looks like to me. In the moment that I was in it, though, I was like Punk's full on heel, man. He felt like it just because I didn't boo Cena. I liked Cena, but anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
So then, honey, let me paint it for you like this. Then you have Cena, who is trying to keep the company afloat. At this time, we were still getting ready for this transition into the next era of what was going to happen, which was, I guess if you want to rate it, the PG era was on the foot. So you have this, and now you have a person in CM Punk who's shaking up the status quo, disrespecting management, but then also taking away a lot of time from others as far as wrestling goes, and then also putting a slap to everything that the company stands for, that is also still kind of trying to hold on to an audience that John has been trying to work very hard to be able to keep afloat along with the other superstars. Now, knowing both of these versions and watching Punk go in for himself of taking the title and just running, who's the heel in this story?
I think it depends on the perspective of the person you're asking. And if you're asking Honey in 2011, John Cena is the heel. I was so anti-Cena, anti-authority. I love anybody who liked to bend and break the rules. CM Punk was kind of like what I felt like he could have and should have been if Vince and him would have at least developed a good relationship. They could have built him as the second coming of a Stone Cold Steve Austin, because he did create memorable moments in the ring. He had some decent rivalries. He's been a champion. He's had good promos. I wouldn't say that he's missed in anything at the time in 2011, because CM Punk at that time had a lot to say and his back was against the wall. And he didn't really have anybody really too much on his side. You know what I mean? Like he didn't have that, how do you say, that cushion of being a second or third generation superstar to be able to not get ahead, because I'm not saying that's what they did, but I'm just saying like certain kind of nepotism that comes with it if you have history with your family in the business. Like that's a given. But if you're asking me in 2025, Honey still feels the same way. Cena's the heel.
Okay, I give you that. For myself, both 2011 and 2025, Punk was definitely the heel in this rivalry. One, just because CM Punk fucking sucks. Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Like, you're a watered down. Outside, because I was like, I still think it's like, yo, you're riding the wave of a pipe bomb that was great for that moment. But I've seen this before. I've seen this with Stone Cold, and he did it better. And for myself, I think if it was more of, how can I put this? You know what it is? Because during this time, it didn't feel like you were doing this for the people. It felt like you're doing this for you. You're being selfish and you're being arrogant.
But the people wanted him as the champion, though.
We did, but also too, what you were preaching didn't feel that way. You don't sound like you're preaching like you want equality, like you want change for all the superstars because of what's been going on. That's why you're sticking it to McMahon. That's why you're saying it the way that you're saying it. And I 100% agreed with that, because there were superstars back then where I'm like, yo, like they're really not getting the spotlight like they should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But your actions didn't make it feel that way. It made it feel like I'm just in it for myself. I want to be an asshole to this person, and I'm going to leave off like this way, and I'm going to use John Cena as the catalyst because he's doing everything that they need him to do. Because that's the thing, we always give, like, again, not that's why I say we've always given Cena this bad rap about, like, oh, you've squashed people, you've done this, you've done that. And then the older you get, and of course, older we get, we start seeing the villain side as to why this is going. We came to learn that, like, that's not John Cena. John Cena does look out for folks. John Cena has tried to leave something better than when he found it. He's not a Hogan. Mm-hmm. So when you start seeing that more, and it's like you start analyzing Punk, it's like, yo, it's still that feeling of you taking your ball and going home after when The Rock made you have to step down. And even then, if we're talking about it, what made you think you were a bigger draw than The Rock? And again, you had more times where it seems like you're doing it for yourself than you're doing it for the people. And that's why I even got to the point of calling him CM Punk ass, because of what you don't practice what you preach, or at least it doesn't come off like that. So when I saw this, yes, it was dope to see you stick it to Vince McMahon. It was dope to see Vince McMahon get red, don't know what to say, don't know what to talk, but it still seemed like it was just for you. And then you trying to say that you're doing it for the people, I was just like, okay, I don't know. And it's just like, okay, you left with the championship. It's like, okay, cool. They got multiple duplicate belts.
He did right. And that I understand too. But I think that also that Punk was like, I got nothing to lose. I don't give a damn at that point. Yeah. He was like, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? And he didn't give a shit. And it was literally all about sticking it to Vince, period, on his way out.
Yeah. So, and then it was like, you didn't. And then too, to that point, you left and you didn't leave it better. Nothing of what you did made it better.
What's crazy though about this with these two, because this was such a good rivalry, John and CM Punk. The reason why it worked so well, they did actually have a great relationship, and John Cena actually liked CM Punk, and CM Punk like John. CM Punk openly has said many times that John Cena at the time was probably one of the only people he liked, because he would actually listen to him and try to understand him. But when it came to the corporate side of things, Cena had his hands up. There's nothing much else you could do. But even if you are the golden boy or not, but they both had each other's respect, which is why the rivalry worked as well as it did. And I mean, CM Punk did what a lot of other people could not do.
Yeah, and that's why I stopped. I said I stopped calling him CM Punk ass for that, because it's like, yo, you have made your amends, you have done your thing, but it's just like,
you definitely
and I definitely think just when this particular one, the picture you painted, it didn't come out the way you were trying to describe it.
Right. Like it was like he had an idea of how he wanted to create it, and then when he created it, it was just a mess of shit. And it wasn't what it was supposed to look like.
Yeah, because it was like once you left, I was just like, okay, well, I guess that's
it, right? That's it. And I really, really, really thought even then that we were never going to see that man again in WWE ever. But once Vince left, he was like, yeet.
Right, new champion coming Monday. It was like, damn, we're not even like sticking to this story of like there's no champ, there's no title, or like introduce a new design belt. It was just really like
the exact same.
Yeah, it was like, well, we're gonna have a tournament starting Monday. And and it was just like
a gauntlet. Oh my god, all those gauntlets and stuff. Ugh. God.
Yes, yeah. So then it was just like, yo, what was all of that for? And I was like, that was it. And then too, you didn't get to see CM Punk chants. Then you didn't get it until he became a Paul Heyman guy and then left.
No, they were screaming it when he was gone, and they wouldn't stop, which is crazy.
Yeah. So, that is our take. Let us know in the comments on this YouTube video as well. Who did you think was the heel between CM Punk and John Cena in 2011? Now, Honey has been very turned up this episode, and I think she's about to keep that same energy. So,
this Honey's mean, man.
Yeah, this honey is loose. This honey is loose. This honey is loose. I ain't seen this side of her. I have not seen this side of her.
That's why I've been quiet, man. I've been kind of
yeah, so like Deonne, what are your
don't be scared.
I think he's okay. That's my time. It's my time. So before we get into our blind five, which Honey is in charge of this week, there was another segment that I wanted to bring. And Honey consistently tries to dodge these, but we're live, so she can't.
Dodge what we talking? Wait, what?
Always gotta be a Bret Hart question.
Player selection.
We're not doing this. This is disrespectful. We can't do this.
One has to go in each row.
Which row we going? How we going?
We're going from left to right. Top.
Oh,
so
see, y'all tried that. Y'all think y'all slick. I know what y'all are doing. That's fucked up. That's
you know what though? Now that she said that, we are gonna go from top to bottom. I didn't even think of that.
Oh no! Wait a minute.
Yes, let's do that. Yes, let's do that. Oh yeah.
We'll go from top to bottom. You know what? I will say that. I will ask someone in the audience. Should we go from left to right or top to bottom?
Horizontal or vertical, girl?
There we go. Horizontal or vertical? Let us know.
Put them in the chat.
It's tougher going across because
no kidding.
This is
no kidding.
I like across.
That bottom
I don't like across at all. I honestly don't even like vertical. That's just
I tell you that there's one that's easy for me though. If we're going in a direction, there's one that's so easy.
This is fucked up.
Horizontal.
Jeffrey,
I
left
see these
right,
all the time.
Right. Where we going?
Yeah, he said middle first. What?
Yeah,
middle first? Jeffrey, you trying?
Should we go Hogan, Stone Cold, Flair in that order, or Hogan, Shawn, Rock in that order? So,
you know what? Yes, because we going from left to right. We're going from left to right. So we go.
Oh, Sage said he said vertical too. So
yeah.
That's two.
Only say no. Say it's the same person. It's Sage. Sage says go vertical.
Okay.
Jeffrey, I didn't see Brett.
You shady ass. Didn't see Brett.
Y'all are not writing the right stuff.
No. Are we not
just
saying
stick
it
with what
correctly?
Councilman said.
Yeah, sorry.
I guess we got no choice.
We sorry, yeah, because I'm like, obviously we're not catching what we have.
You gonna make me go first, or you gonna make Deonne go first?
I don't know. I will make Deonne go first. It's
See,
okay.
I was just asking.
He was like, I'm here.
Welcome to the Kayfabe Podcast with Honey and Will, and we're in cursive at the bottom. You know.
Oh my god!
Big bold and then cursive in the middle.
Like last night in the Pips. We're the Pips in this situation.
No, never that.
We can do two steps at the back.
Y'all my team. Nah, y'all my team. Why'd y'all do the same exact shit? Clip.
Oh man,
that was too perfect. But clip that and then clip our heads on to Gladys Knight and the Pips. Please.
Oh my god,
that was good. I wish I could rewind it. I can't.
Oh goodness. Okay.
All right, Deonne, first row.
Shit, man.
We're going across.
Yeah, we're going across.
Yeah.
Hogan,
delete.
Hogan, Stone Cold, Ric Flair. Which one gotta go?
This would have been tough if it was Hollywood Hogan a bit, but I'm going Stone Cold in the middle. Love Ric Flair. Wait. Who we're keeping, right? My bad.
No, who you deleting? Who you deleting?
My bad. Time out. My bad. Because I was going somewhere else.
Deleting?
Yeah.
Deleting. Yeah. So
I thought you were gonna say like who you putting in a team. No.
No.
Worse.
So we have to delete this person from this list. Oh god. Okay.
Hogan, Stone Cold, the Flair. Who has to go?
Nah. If you delete, go ahead, Deonne. It's your turn.
I'll delete Hogan.
Then you're deleting everything. If you think about it, you're deleting every single one of them.
That deletes Hollywood Hogan as well, sir.
That deletes NWO.
That still gives me Stone Cold in his run.
Without NWO, we wouldn't have Kayfabe.
But that still gives me Flair in every single version of Flair, from Horseman to Evolution. I get that. That Ric Flair Shawn Michaels match made me cry. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, honey.
Hogan's out of there
on the first row. Deonne said Hogan.
Who am I deleting on the first row?
Yes. Would you like me to go so you give it some more thought?
No.
Let me rip the Band-Aid off now.
My Stone Cold memories are way...
I know Pachu is watching this like a hawk right now. and
like, do right. You better do right.
And basically like said, y'all better do the right thing. You got.
I will come through this door with swift force. Like, what you mean?
Hangover and all. What the hell are you talking
Explain yourself. They got an ice pack on it. Explain yourself.
The cartoonish ice pack.
Yeah. Explain yourself. Why take these aspirin? What you mean?
Damn, this is not right.
Come on, this is easy, honey. Come on.
I understand why. Trust me, I understand why this is easy. But if I'm taking out Hogan, I'm deleting a lot. Like shit. And Flair, like Horseman and the reign and the retirement match, like the Evolution.
Flair Evolution is the greatest thing that he did
since sliced bread.
That people's elbow he hit on The Rock or tried to do on The Rock at WrestleMania. Hilarious, man.
But then if you take out Hogan, you take out the Icon versus the young Icon, the Rock and what?
He does not
I'll still take all three Rock versus Stone Cold WrestleMania matches.
All right, honey, who you got? Who you delete?
I have. I love you, Patsy, but Hogan.
All right,
stung.
That was hard.
Patsy, I'm gonna do what's right. Ric Flair can go. Ric Flair can go.
No.
All I know is he won 16 titles, and none of them I was there for. So,
yo, bro.
Come on, man.
I don't care. Hey, listen. Hogan versus Rock, I can't not have that. All right. Hollywood Hogan, look, this man can be racist. There are a lot of people I know that's racist that I was still like, you know what?
Oh,
we're gonna separate work and the person.
You're gonna feel like a Jalen Brunson jersey just come out of nowhere. And then, take it back.
Yeah.
I don't want it anymore.
He ain't taking that shit back. Trust me. He ain't taking that shit back.
I don't need this.
He ain't taking that shit back.
They're like, yo, where my Will Pharaoh?
So that's your
I don't know.
So that's your reason, Will? Like that's like
I mean
you didn't see his run or don't
well, no,
know?
it's just like Flair checks all the boxes off. We're not gonna deny that. But as far as if you're deleting everything he's done, his numbers are great. But for me, as far as like moments, I have more moments with Hogan and Stone Cold that I just would not let go. Like seeing Hogan go heel, that is the greatest heel turn of all time. I can't let that go. That's why, again, like how we've talked about, like we don't like Hogan, but we okay with like Hollywood Hogan. Like, no, he don't count. He don't count.
I just love Flair so much, man. Like his promos, like
I love Flair too. Like
WCW was the thing, right?
Case in point.
And I promise you this, above all else, I'm going to be more obnoxious, more overbearing, and I'm going to make you all learn to love it because you'll have no choice.
That's what we get rid of? I don't know. I can't get rid of that. I can't
I
Flair.
Alligator shoes, like, come on, man.
Hey, listen, I grew
This
up
just made my blind five way more interesting.
I grew up around
Oh, yeah.
Pitt. I already had Ric Flairs around me, so I would not miss this.
And this is the first row. We didn't even get to this
This is
next.
the first row, and we
Fucked
already. But again, I said if we had to get rid of it and everything that's done, like Hogan has too many memories instilled in everything that you just can't replace. Stone Cold too. Like Flair is incredible. Flair is amazing. But as far as like if it had to like get erased, if we had to Thanos snap it, that's the one whose moments are not as iconic as these.
Hey, brother, I don't feel so good.
But man, I think for me, because I took Hogan out, I've loved Flair matches, man. Like I love all of his matches. They were always fun. The man never hit anything off the top rope. It was amazing to know that was the
like
running gag.
But who drew you in to wrestling?
In this
understandable.
Row, all three of them though.
But which one do we?
Who was on the cover of video games? Hogan. He was the face, right?
Hogan.
Suburban Commando. I love that movie. Have y'all seen it?
Come on, man. The babysitter, like
Thunder Lips.
Ramsey.
I didn't know what vitamins were, and I wanted to take them because he said it.
That's a good one.
I was drinking milk because of him. Had no idea I shouldn't have been doing that. But because of him, I did it.
Okay.
Ripping your shirt open, like, bro, Flair's woo, incredible. That's why I say I'm not
to this day.
Exactly. And you got Shawn as one of those. That's why I'm just like, as much as I get it, I was like, out of these three, if one gotta go, that's mine.
I got you.
I'm skipping the second row.
No, you're not. You go first.
I'm
skipping.
No.
Who are you get? This one should be easy for you. This
It's
one
not,
should be
right?
easy.
It's not.
Shawn Michaels, Ultimate Warrior, Bret Hart. Which one gotta go?
This is fucked up because I had every single one of these. In every single one of these boxes, I had the dolls. I had the blue wrestling ring with the gold WWF.
Oh,
but there's one. Come on, honey. Like, no knock on him or anything, but
no disrespect to the dead.
Disrespect.
But Warrior, man, you gotta go, bro. I'm not. Y'all are not gonna make me choose between those two on the outside. Y'all would never. Nope.
Yeah, same for me. It's Warrior. Like the two on the
I love
outside
you, Warrior.
got the greatest
love
rivalry
you.
ever.
But a lot of the promos didn't make sense. But it was, I think, more so. I love Warrior mostly because of the excitement that he brought when his music hit and how crazy he was. That's pretty much it. Like, but I'm taking out Warrior. I'm sorry. Bret and Shawn are definitely staying.
Yeah.
Do I need to say mine?
Probably. Oh no, you won't.
Do I need to say it?
Say it.
I dare you. Go ahead, say it. Say what you gotta say.
Bret, you can take your ass up out of here. You can take your ass down the trash chute right now.
You gotta give reasons though.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Go get your shades. Go get your shades.
You gotta give it.
Wrong
you gotta
shade,
give a reason. Like, what's the reason though, man?
Yeah, I want the reason.
Man, it's boring.
Oh my god.
Man, boring as fuck.
Oh my god.
If you told me, listen, if you told me I had to be on an island and I can only choose one of these people's collections of matches in this row,
That's a new segment too. Remember that.
Yeah. Ultimate Warrior. So here's the thing. The reason why I'm saying this is not just to shit on Ben. It's not that. Throw your ass up out of here. I'm like, well, you just trolling now.
You're and imagine if he actually do though, like he'll be like,
man,
get out of here.
I'm gonna go ahead, just slide out, be like, put it in. All right, y'all. Thank you for coming. I won't tap.
Oh my goodness, man.
Councilman will pass out before he taps the Bret Sharpshooter.
Exactly. But no, Ultimate was the same way with you. Like I grew up on Ultimate Warrior. Like his presence, everything,
Yeah.
the run into the ring, like that was entertaining for me. Like now, matches wise, if we're talking about like who had the better matches between the two, ain't no fucking contest. It's definitely Bret Hart. But everything about Ultimate Warrior, then winning the double titles, like for me, hey, again, this is our opinion, okay? Okay.
I can
And feel free to let us know y'all opinions as well.
And if I'm throwing it out there, and if we go be honest, since you want to go there, Ultimate Warriors run, time-wise, and Bret's height where he was great is the same length. Am I wrong?
No,
you're not. But I get, and I get your point.
What are we talking about?
You're making a great point because the reason I picked Bret was not Bret. Why I picked him to stay was because of the guy on the other end of that. Honestly, that's the only reason. Because
because Sean was too damn good at his job.
One could argue Sean elevated Bret in that rivalry.
Then you do have to throw Bret's WCW run in there too.
Trash can.
That wasn't even a run, Deonne. Come on.
It was the worst. That look. His career ended at the screw job, man. Unfortunately, that was the last.
And Ultimate Warrior, same way. His stuff, like he had a very nice 5-year run, and then his shit just tanked because he didn't know, he just couldn't get along with people in the back. It's like, yo, they're hot. Their hot run is same length. So it's just like, which one do you want more? Do you care about what we talked about, the in-ring work or the personality? That setup was incredible.
Heel Bret was great though. Heel Bret was a good Canadian heel. I loved it. I loved that part of him. But
if
I get what you're saying. No,
yeah, so that's just mine. That's just mine.
Get it.
Yeah. I'm just staring at this bottom row.
Now this bottom row.
This one is.
This shit gives me a headache. I don't like doing this. We're not doing this whenever.
May I go first?
Oh, this one is the easiest one for me.
May I go first?
The Rock, Macho Man, and Undertaker. And by all means, DR, you can go first.
Well, we'll never hear that gong hit because I'm keeping Rock and Macho Man.
Dang.
So you taking out Taker?
Lay it out.
You taking out Taker from helping you finish your story last year? That's what we doing?
I am.
That's crazy.
You taking out casket matches?
I am.
You taking out?
It's okay, let me explain it.
Look at our
the streak.
face.
Yeah, that was great. But let me explain it. It's about how characters make you feel, right? Mm-hmm. The Rock is like that one wrestler that I saw at the beginning, like when I really started like getting into wrestling. He was the coolest guy I've ever seen in my life. So he was the first wrestler like I actually like loved. Macho Man promos. I broke an ironing board doing a diving elbow drop when I was a kid on a Bash and Brawler. No lie.
I was like,
jumped off the couch.
First of all, everything in that sentence.
I had my thing, Bash and Brawler. You smashed my head. That's
the crunch when you hear the bones crunch.
Yeah, like
do you know how small that figure?
I'm just.
I just saw the visual as you said it though.
Yeah, as a kid just jumping off the couch, man.
I'm like, you don't care what you land on. You did not care how you land.
He's like, I'm trying this shit.
He's like, fuck a pillow. Give me something this small. I'm going. Couch ain't big enough. Get the ironing board out. What?
But Macho Man's promos, Macho Man's legacy. Oh God, there was I may have gotten go get your switch. But anyway, it's the way Macho Man makes me feel as like when I watch him wrestle, when I hear his promos, great. Undertaker, great. Will, we had a discussion one time. You talked about who had to leave, and I don't think I picked I think I was like, yeah, you can get the Undertaker out of here. I lose the streak. I get it. I may lose Kane because that's one of the greatest storylines ever. But
the first greatest story ever told.
But Macho Man and The Rock, that charisma was just oozing too much for me to not attach myself to them. So Macho Man, and that's the reason I eat Slim Jims, man. I don't think I would rather ever
Slim Jim.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever eat Slim Jim if it wasn't for Macho Man. So
very true, very true. Okay, honey, Rock, Macho Man, Taker.
I don't know what it is about these boxes, but I guess I'm just getting rid of all the old school legends because I was an Attitude Era girl. So Macho Man, I love Macho Man. Love. But I am not getting rid of Taker. That Taker, I am not getting rid of The Rock. Yeah, Macho Man. I would have only because I don't know what else to do. It's the same as the second row. Like there's no way. Taker was one of the first that I remember seeing when I grew up. Like when I was growing up, and I remember exactly where I was with my dad. I was home, like right near his lap, and I just saw his appearance the first time. And the whole look at the size of that ham hock, and I freaking met the guy years later and cried my eyes out after I did because it was like my dream came true. The American Badass, bringing in DDP, the Streak, Brock Lesnar, the end of an era, Hell in the Cell. I'm not getting rid of all of that. The first Hell in the Cell with Mick Foley. Hell no way. And I understand trust me, I know the impact Macho Man's had, but I am an Attitude Era girl at heart. So I can't get rid of Rocky or Taker. I can't. And Rock, do I really need to explain? He's the final boss.
All right.
Go ahead. Stab. Where's the barbershop window? Where's it at?
Here's why The Rock could go in this lineup.
Ooh.
All right, what I want you to do, erase me from everything on Kayfabe Podcast, and I'll see y'all never again.
He's signing off. This is the people's nightmare. the final nightmare.
Listen, I just if we're being honest,
I can hear Pachu laughing at us. By the way,
if
he's crying right now.
If we just being honest,
Mm-hmm.
Macho Man has way more charisma than The Rock. Let's start there. Macho Man made graduation music cool. Let's not.
Circumstance is wild.
If you really think about it, the character of Macho Man versus The Rock's character. Macho Man was that dude. I'm just look the everything, every fucking thing. And again, we talking to Attitude Kids, so that's why it's like you're not gonna see it like that. I would say from there, storyline wise, Macho Man. Clearly, I cannot keep this bullshit up, so let me just stop. I was trying to keep a straight face. Straight face.
Oh, he was fronting.
Okay, definitely not about the graduation music. No, he did make
the graduation music. Dope. I understand that reasoning. That's legit.
Graduation music.
That's all make me cry.
The only reason why I would get rid of Macho Man is because it is all about your legacy and everything that you do. Rock consistently went up. Rock never dropped. Right. It's the white boots that.
It was the smile. It was the.
You be raggedy bitch. Stop that damn. But no, it's just Macho Man could go because you got to know when to leave and where to go. Even Undertaker would be up there as far as like, okay, hey, bro, I need you to stop doing matches. Like, you ain't lost your luster. You haven't gotten me off of it, but I need you to stop.
Yeah.
When Macho Man went to WCW, it was the same thing. It tanked you who you are as a character. That's why it's like
only when he joined the NWO. When he joined, because it never made sense for him to join, seeing like he was the catalyst of the group getting started. I'll give you that. When he joined the NWO, I got off the train for Macho Man because it didn't make sense to me.
It leaves a bad taste in your mouth. So that's why it's just like, if I have to let everything go, you'd have to be Macho Man. I'm not like to Honey's point. I'm not getting rid of Taker. Like Taker
that's never happening.
That's never happening. Rock is.
Now, if you said Brett versus Taker,
Now,
Like not Brett versus Taker, but Brett or Taker. Who are you guys keeping?
you know what? How about quickly? How about real quickly? We go vertically real quick.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Deonne, Hogan, Michaels, or Rock. Who has to go?
Hogan still.
Okay.
Who has to go? Hogan.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Shawn Michaels could go.
You are bugging. You're fucking with us,
Boy,
right?
you out.
You gotta
here,
be
man.
fucking with me. You gotta be fucking with me.
Shawn Michaels could go in this one.
No.
As far as the three icons, Shawn is number 3 in this one.
Ooh.
Shawn is definitely number 3 in this one.
All right, I understand that. That's a valid reason. I understand that.
I'm just fucking
Next,
with y'all. It's
Middle row Warriors can go
See,
again.
I knew.
Because the only thing that breaks it down is who had the better faction to you, NWO or DX, and I love DX over NWO any day.
Ooh.
Like DX was my shit. I can have a full out debate why DX was way better than NWO.
You know what? That should be the next debate: NWO or DX, and why.
Yep.
I think that's a good one for DX.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Without one, you don't get the other though.
Nope. But also too, both of them had very different paths that went extremely different. One for the better and one from the worse.
Technically, without Brett, you don't get one and then the next.
No, we're not going to do that. That would have still.
He did.
I'm
He did call him degenerate. So
all that would have still happened.
Thank you, Deonne. Thank you. That's the reason why he gave him that name, and they ran with it, and he hated that shit.
First of all, Vince is the one that first said that. Okay, let's not do that. We're not, again, I know y'all, I know your emotions for Brett. Y'all are not finna go, this man was the catalyst. If you want to say, look, the one I will give Brett is definitely the catalyst of the Attitude Era.
Yes.
I will definitely give him that. If it was not for him, we would not have gotten Vince McMahon, the character, and it would have not changed the landscape from pro wrestling to wrestling entertainment. I will give you that. What the fuck I'm not going to give that man? You are not going to give this man DX. Okay? That's what you're not going to do.
But he did.
That's the first time I heard degenerate.
He definitely
in my
I
life.
heard degenerate from Vince first before I heard it from Brett.
I'll find the clip. I'll find the clip because I find it. Trust me, I find it.
Yeah. So again, I'm not saying which one came first. Where I first heard it was from Vince. I did hear Brett's, but I heard it from Vince first. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Next line.
Shit. Stone Cold,
right?
Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man.
Warrior can go.
Warrior might have to go again. Yeah.
Warrior, you out of here. You out of here, bro.
I love you, Warrior.
Yeah, but you out of there on this one. Flair, Brett, Taker.
I'll go first.
I can say mine easy.
Yours easy?
Brett, you can sharpshoot your ass up out of here.
I'm taking Brett out of there too.
I'm taking Flair out of there.
Woo!
I'm telling y'all, HBK and Brett, nobody, y'all not doing it. Y'all not making me do it.
But the 16 title reigns of Flair?
Cena's got the record already.
Yeah, I think so.
NWA champion?
I think so.
Shawn versus Flair at WrestleMania? Evolution? You don't get Evolution?
I might, man.
You traded 5 years of midness for 40 years?
He was my childhood hero, okay? He was my childhood hero. I can't help it. I couldn't help that.
That's tough. Getting rid of your childhood hero is tough, man.
That's the one reason why nobody ever could get me past Brett or get me not to get over on Brett.
He ended it with the A.
That's what got me. That's what got me right there. Brett can heartbreak his ass on it. Oh, seriously,
yeah. Y'all not gonna make me choose Taker.
Ooh,
and Brett.
Deonne, it was definitely A. It was
and with,
definitely the A.
technically, without Brett, we wouldn't have Undertaker as a champ either.
Oh, good grief.
You
But go
doing a
ahead.
lot. You're doing.
Go
a lot.
ahead. Let's
not
proceed.
No,
All right,
no,
we
you're
did-
not gonna leave us off
What's
of that.
yours? You took Brett on out.
No, we both said
Dion-
Brett.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same.
Dion,
I took Brett out too. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Damn.
both
All
said
right.
That was
My,
fun,
how the
man.
tables
That's
turn
good.
when you change the boxes and directions. It's kind of like, whoa,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. So we got to do both though. Y'all got to see both. So
That first
but
line is tough.
that first line was definitely tough.
That's
But,
crazy.
honey, we're gonna give you some reprieve because now it is time for the blind five. All right.
Oh,
and if
yes.
you didn't catch the first episode, or if you just don't watch social, blind five is pretty much, what it is. We're doing a blind ranking. So we do not know what the category is. We're going to be given 5 people or events, depending on what the category is, and it's Honey's pick today. She's going to give us those 5, and we have to rank them on a scale of 1 to 5, and we don't know who she's going to name. If you saw last week's episode, and if you didn't, Deonne brought us with Rock's gimmicks and Cody Rhodes gimmicks, and we had to rank those from 1 to 5, and let me just say, the fact that I put White Boots Rock over Nation Domination
Is dead wrong. Dead wrong.
White
You know you're wrong.
so horrible. But Honey, I'm going to give the floor to you. Let us know what our category is today.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our category for our Blind Five in the Kayfabe podcast today will be top killer promos or sayings. That's what we're doing today.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Who would like to go first?
Well, I'm saying you're running it, so you get to choose who goes first.
Okay, I get to choose. Nice. I like this. All right. Let's see. Deonne, let's start with you.
Deonne do it too. Deonne was like,
Let's start with you, Deonne.
I was like, she's gonna pick you first.
It's like when you're in class, you like don't make eye contact.
Unless she picking you first. She been on your head all day.
I can't sell, so gotta just make sure. So for our promos and sayings or quotes, whatever, we have a very strong list today. So I hope you're ready.
Let's do it.
Are you ready? All right. The DX State of the Union address. Where are you ranking that?
That was really good. So I fear what else you have, but it's not my favorite of things.
Oh, you should. I couldn't wait to do this.
I'm gonna put it for 4.
Okay. DX for Deonne at 4. Okay.
I feel like this was purposely made for me.
Because I know I got a feeling I know 2 on this list that she got. That's gonna be like, oh, she wrong for that shit. I already know.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
I know 2 promos at the top of my head. I'm like, ooh, if she named it.
I picked the best and toughest ones I could find just to make sure that it's gonna make it tough. So DX State of the Union number 4. That's final answer.
Yeah.
All right. Ric Flair, the Rolex wearing promo and having a hard time holding these alligators down. The Buddy Landell. If you want me to say some of the line, the line goes.
I remember that because he.
I love this promo. Buddy Landell.
Still like DX, the DX one better than that one.
The State of the Union.
Yeah, like put Flair at 5. I'll go low for these 2.
The Rolex wearing promo, Flair at 5 for Deonne. All right. Taker, I'll make you famous.
I wish I should put that lower.
The American Badass.
I know I'm cheating going from like bottom to top, but I really wish
yeah, because
you only got 1, 2, and 3 left.
Yeah, that stinks. It's not a 1 or 2. So we're putting that 3.
Shit, it ain't even 3. But
I know, right? Like
I'm sorry, this not mine. This not my 5.
Now, if you told me it was like JR telling Jeff Hardy, climb the ladder, kid, make yourself famous, I would have made that number one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. I forgot about
I'm
that.
a ladder kid.
Make
All
it
right.
sense, famous.
Are you ready, Deonne?
Let's do it. I got 1 and 2. Come on. Yeah, let's do it.
CM Punk's pipe bomb.
Oh,
It's,
The
I don't know
plot
what-
thickens.
You know what? I'm gonna go because I think I know you, honey. I'm gonna go number 2.
smart.
And number 1 better be what I think it is.
I know, right? I was like, I already know what that one is.
And finally, number 1, the infamous Austin 316.
Oh,
King of
perfect.
the
I'm
Ring.
good with my list. It's like, oh, if I could move.
Nope,
Undertaker's
can't
down.
I
do
didn't
nothing.
let me move
I'm
last
just
week.
saying, if I could move it down, I think it'd be a perfect list. But you talk about your Psalms, talk about your John 3:16. Yeah.
Bible. Talking Bible. Said
Yeah.
could never.
So we gotta do a watch along of this one, like anytime. Like I
Well,
want to
that's it.
watch it with y'all.
I'm telling you, bro, that shit was hilarious, bro. We'll talk about it when we off, like what we should do. What
Yeah.
we should
So
do.
what's my
When
list
we shooting
again?
the shit. When we're shooting the shit.
So what's my list again? Stone Cold.
So your list, Deonne, and for everyone in the chat, and you guys could definitely give us your list as well. Deonne's list for the killer promos and quotes. Number 1, going from 5 to 1, is the Rolex wearing promo from Ric Flair. Number 4 is the DX State of the Union address. 3 is Undertaker as the American Badass. I'll make you famous, which was always a fire ass line to me. Number 2 is the CM Punk pipe bomb, and number 1 is the infamous King of the Ring Austin 316 promo. I think that's pretty good.
I think it's a solid list. I like it.
Good. Awesome. Councilman,
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
your blind 5 is theme music.
Oh, I got a whole different one. Oh shit. Okay.
What you thought I was gonna keep it the same so you
I thought
could
it was
like
from-
try to
Yeah, I thought-
figure
I
out
thought-
which way to put it? Nah, I had to.
No. I thought you just had more versions of
another 5. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a different 5.
Oh shit. Okay, I gotta wrap my head around that one. All right, let's go.
Solo
yeah.
Sokoa. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, that's a hard ass intro. That's a hard ass.
Wait,
Listen,
who?
that song is hard.
Who?
Solo.
Solos.
Sokoa. I like Solo Sokoa got a hard theme music.
I was literally listening to that before I got on today.
Yeah, that shit is fire. I was
That
like,
shit
yeah,
goes hard, especially in the
that
whip.
Purple got that one right.
All right, well, I'm going with all kinds of eras, so it's
Ooh, okay.
gonna be throughout, and it's might be some that you probably haven't heard in a while either. But we're wrestling fans, so we probably listen to these every day. John Cena, the time is now.
Shit.
Right out the gate. Right off the
Right
top
out
rope.
the gate.
I'm saying, man.
3.
I'm making y'all
Three.
put me on 3.
3. I'm not even I'm not going overthinking that. Number
That's
3.
a good middle of the road. Yeah, that's a good.
That's a good, yeah. Oh, that's a. I don't know what the other 2 are. For 1 and 2, yeah, but that's 3.
All right. Let's see. How about this one? Gangrel, the Brood's theme song.
4.
That song goes so hard.
It do. But I'm gonna put it at John Cena's is yo. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna go and say John Cena got a fire ass album. John Cena.
My wife didn't know.
Did it go platinum?
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
She never heard it, or I'd never shown it to her, and we listened to it in the car. I was like, "This is your boy right here."
Yeah.
Like that Bad Man. It's a fire
man.
out, man. It's dope. My bad. I didn't mean to interject.
No. Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
Wishing they could go in my position, but they go fishing. Oh,
No, word
like,
life.
baby, come on now.
You blacked out for no reason. Absolutely no reason.
I'm
Well,
like, so straight, brush your mouth like Colgate. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo,
he had some fire lines. Yep. So we have 3 John Cena, The Time Is Now, and 4 Gangrel, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sexy boy, Shawn Michaels.
Oh.
Go ahead and give it to it.
But I got 2 more to go. I got 2 more.
You have
to
1,
go.
2, and 5.
Exactly. And that 5 gonna be so disrespectful because fuck. I'm gonna give Shawn Michaels 2. Number 2. Number 2.
I have an honorable mention on this list. So you have 2 Shawn Michaels, 3 Cena, 4 Gangrel.
Yes.
Let's do Kingdom, The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
What numbers you got left?
1 and 5.
Come on, do the right thing.
Do what
for
is
George's
in
own.
do what is in your heart. Do what is in your heart.
I'm just gonna say it like this: for George's own.
I gotta put that at number 1. I listen to that every day.
Adrenaline
In my playlist. Whoa! I be doing that in traffic. They're like, what the fuck? Mama said, yeah, that's one. That's one right there. My bad.
And finally, Edge's theme song.
Well, you got one slot left.
You have
This
one
number 5.
You raggedy bitch. You raggedy bitch.
Oh man.
You know what's funny, Councilman? I was gonna trick you too, because depending on where you put Cody, it was gonna determine your final one either way. If you had put Cody at 5, I was gonna make the next one Brett.
Oh shit.
I was gonna make it Brett or CM Punk, Cult of Personality.
Oh no, you did better doing Brett. I wouldn't have been mad if CM Punk was number 1. That's a 5. Cult of Personality is a 5 song.
That's a dope ass song.
Incredible
So,
man.
so to finalize your list, Councilman, from 5 to 1, we have Edge. I forget how to say it. Metalingus, something like that, right?
Yeah.
All I know is on this day.
You think you know?
Everything
has come to life. Oh man,
you feel that shit in your soul when that comes out, yo.
When all the fireworks he used to have, I'm like, yo, this need to be a concert.
So from 5 to 1 to close out Will's list for blind 5 ranking today is Edge number 5 for Metalingus, Gangrel's The Brood at number 4, John Cena, The Time Is Now at number 3, Shawn Michaels, Sexy Boy at number 2, and Kingdom from, damn it, why did their name escape me?
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, no, the band's name. The band's name. Yeah, Cody Rhodes theme song.
I'm not mad at this list.
I'm not mad at that list.
And Downstate is
Downstate. That's what it's called. Yeah, thank you. I mean, I'm not mad. I would have just switched 2 and 1 and called it a day, but you know. Which one would you have done, Deonne?
Yeah,
Shawn Michaels. I love Cody. Shawn Michaels number 1, man.
Shawn Michaels is number 1, right? Theme song, right? I feel
I
was gonna make it a little tougher too. I was gonna put like Undertaker's theme song in there, like the American Badass ones, like when he had American Badass from Kid Rock or Rollin' by Limp Bizkit.
Honestly, if you had this one, that'd have landed at 4. That would have still landed at 4. It's great, but Cena, like the feeling you get when it starts, HBK's when it starts. And don't get me wrong, HBK's is classic and honorable, but like, you know what it is? Cody's does the same thing. It's the words that get it for me.
Yes,
it's everything that's in it, and then it goes with him,
and
as
it describes him. Yep.
Yes. You
Good
took
job,
it all
guys.
the way. I give it all the way to build my kingdom. Like that's for everybody. That's for everyone. And Shawn Michaels just I'm okay with that one. I'm okay with that. If I had to switch one of them, it would have just been Gangrel and Edge. I would have made Edge 4 and I would have made Gangrel's 5. But Gangrel shit
goes hard.
Yeah.
I find myself having that on repeat.
Yeah. I don't know why. For some reason, that just reminded me of Blade. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I get Blade every time I think of that.
Well, you obviously sort of like see Gangrel's entrance when you hear it too, man. You see the lit circle,
the ring of fire, the laugh, the way he walked. He used to walk on beat too. I love the way he did.
I can't tell you a Gangrel match to save my life.
Nope.
Facts.
But boy, entrance wise,
all that I remember is
every day.
Yeah,
it's just that and him dropping blood on somebody. That'd be about it. Match wise, gun to my head, it's over. It's a wrap.
Gangrel's best match. Oh, don't pull the. Oh man, it's over.
Let me just call my mama real quick. Just let me text I love her. Let me just I need to pay my Spectrum bill because they ain't gonna care if I'm dead. Just I gotta pay my balance.
I love that.
Now we're past 2 hours, and honey, I know you do have work, so I'm gonna leave it up to y'all. We were supposed to do also our fantasy booking where we were going to do the Armageddon Hell in a Cell match, but we are at 2 hours and 15 minutes. Do we want to wait for this next week so we have a little more time to talk about it?
Yeah.
We're gonna have 6 people apiece.
Yeah, that's good.
We're doing men and women.
That's gonna be pulling teeth.
Too,
yeah, we should definitely put that for a segment next week for sure.
Okay. So we'll hold off on this one moving forward in the next week and stuff. So but yeah, I think that's a perfect way for us to come to an end of the blind 5. We also normally, as you see on the screen as well, we'll normally shoot the ish as well. So we'll do that for a little bit because I know have they called you in for work, honey?
I am going into work, but I still have some time. I could shoot some shit with y'all. I'm cool with that.
Okay, so we'll shoot a little shit, but before we do that, we'll go ahead and sign off, for editing purposes. And then we'll get to shooting the ish. So, honey, if you can, let them know where they can follow and support you.
You guys can always follow me and find me supporting and always acknowledging my tribal chief, the one and only Roman Reigns, all day, every day. And you can find me at All Things Wrestling with Honey on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Wrestling with Honey podcast on YouTube. Find me here every Saturday with the fellas on the Kayfabe Podcast. Today was a lot of fun. I loved today's topics. They were really good. Can't wait to see what next week brings. And also find me Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays with WWT Live and Friday nights with WWT as well for Women's Wrestling Talk. We have our Honey Night SmackDown watch along every Friday.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Deonne, please let them know where they can follow and support you.
Yeah, over on All Star Fandom on Instagram and on YouTube. We have a weekly show as well. We just finished reviewing Star Wars Skeleton Crew, which is really dope. And next week, we got a few. I'll just say for next week, I'm making the case why Gaston is not the villain you think he is. So we're going to court for that on next Tuesday. Live, so that'll be a fun one. Yes, honey,
Oh,
so we'll talk about that, and we're gonna do some other things. Got a few other interviews coming down the pipe, but if you're watching this, go over to All Star Fandom, support your boy. I really appreciate it, and I'm gonna try my best once I get my new commute down to be back on WWT at least twice, at least on Wednesdays, because I can't miss like I did on Friday, man. Yeah. I felt so left out, but
yeah, man, I'm not gonna even lie to you, sugarcoat it. You definitely
was kind of feeling that FOMO for real.
Yeah.
King Mike Hall, listen, I don't know if I may not be on that episode, but let me tell you this, sir.
If you're
Gaston is the hero in Beauty and the Beast.
Will, I need you on Tuesday because I'm up against 2 people.
Yes, and then let me let y'all know and how I will fully explain how Belle gained Stockholm syndrome and wanted to fuck Beast.
This is my entire case.
Yes. So if I can be on it, let me be on it. I tell you, Gaston was the hero in all this, and we totally missed it. Yes.
Wait a minute. When is this going down?
We're gonna do it on Tuesday. It'll probably be around 7 on Tuesday. But
Will,
what time you got? What time you got?
My watch along is 5 my time.
So is that 8? It comes on 8 here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what, maybe like 6:30 my
Yeah,
time?
and then I could be a little late for the watch along because
I can get you before the
normally
watch
more
along.
the post show is the bigger thing.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so we'll do that. I'll set a time and set it up with Jen and Doc because they clutched pearls when I said that. So it'd be great to have somebody on my side to help me out.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a really, really interesting case right there. I kind of like that. I didn't.
Like if you, cause like you really break it down. Well, let's sign off first, and we'll shoot.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, you can find me here and then everywhere else at Will Pharaoh, Pharaoh. Make sure you continue to support the Kayfabe Podcast. You can see it on my YouTube channel as well as WWT and Arcade Tokens. Make sure you are following all of those YouTube channels as well as our Twitches, because we go on live on there as well. Enjoy what I have on TikTok for this next day or so, since apparently it's going away. Yeah, it's on closing time, not tippy time. So make sure that you're catching us Monday through Friday on WWT Women's Wrestling Talk, where we are always talking about the trending news. We have dope watch-alongs, as well as following and supporting their platforms as well. Just make sure that y'all are hitting the like button. Make sure you're commenting. Make sure you're sharing this. This is what keeps this going, so we can start being able to give y'all merch to be able to support the show, and we can just keep letting this show elevate. But shout out to everybody that was in the comments. Shout out to everybody that was watching. Again, we're going to be shooting the ish after this, but we're just closing out. So if you want to stay tuned for that, be sure to keep locking in. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Peace. All right. Welcome to Shooting the Ish. As you can see, the greenery is out. So when you see the smoke, it's time. If you were watching at the end of this, if you've watched the Kayfabe podcast, go watch episode 2. This is where we normally shoot the ish, talk about random things before Honey and Deonne got to go do their normal stuff, and I'm just
going antiquing today, man.
What kind of shit? Look this one you know you're married. When you go do some shit, we're going antiquing today, and the fact he was excited about it. So,
you never know what you will find. You never know what you find.
You are goals right now, Deonne. That man is happy in his relationship. I love it. These two have relationship goals that I want so bad. I want my woman to shut down New Jersey for me on my birthday. Pull up and whatnot. But look, I'm letting y'all know this now. We were talking about Gaston as the hero, and let me be honest with you.
We can't give too much away though, too. Like, because we need.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is this: Beast ain't shit. Beast ain't shit, and I'm gonna explain it. And then also too, Belle ain't shit either.
I'm so happy someone else sees this the way that I do.
I was like, yo, so we just mad because first of all, who else you gonna be fucking in that village? There were no prospects. Matter of fact, we're not gonna go that far. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait till we record. I'm telling y'all now, bro. They got it so wrong. They got it so wrong with them being the villain. So wrong. I'm like, no, we're looking at the wrong person.
This is completely ruining my childhood and everything that I've known.
Oh, when I tell y'all, I might have that for straight.
But it's a good point though. Like now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, and I'm literally going through the whole movie in my head as y'all are talking, and I'm like,
when you start looking at all that shit, and I'm gonna do that for straight out of a comic book. Where I'm gonna break down at least a couple more of these too. Oh. Aladdin is the original story of the fuckboy. If you think about it, that's the first time we saw the fuckboy, which is Aladdin.
Proceed.
Aladdin ain't had no house. He had nowhere to go.
He had that loft, man. The man had a loft essentially.
Nah. That he was fucking what they say. What's the squatting? He was squatting. He was squatting, bro. He wasn't paying no rent there. And then what did he do? This man conned his way into going find a woman that got some money to take care of him. And then not only did he lie about it, this man went and found a magical item to convince her more so he could become a prince and get his level up. He went from having the fucking the Arabian Night wands at the foot of the mattress on the ground at the loft.
He didn't wear no shoes.
Full-fledged prince.
So wait. So Jafar's not a fuckboy?
No, Jafar, that's the first one we got that was the pervert. Jafar was just a creep that didn't know how to talk to women. That's what that was. He just didn't know how to talk to women. And if I'm being honest, Jafar probably had a small dick. And he was just very insecure. That's why he had the long ass staff. That was why.
But if he's a sorcerer, come on,
for other things, guys.
Jafar had a job, okay? As to King Mike's whole point, Jafar had a whole job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, again,
vizier.
He just didn't know how to talk to women. That's all that was. He didn't know. He just had antisocial problems. That was it. And you could tell because of how he treated Iago. It was just like, yo, you insecure. That was the first insecure man that we saw in cartoons. Aladdin conned his way to the top. Again, got his daddy to like him. Man, like, look, man, I'm gonna just go talk to the pops. Once I talk to the pops, nigga, we in. Genie, man, put that nigga on that.
That was the way to do it. That was how
man, put him on that little magic carpet. Let him fly around that bitch while I go shoot my shot at, at Jasmine real quick. First of all, what chick is finna not give some draws after jumping off a balcony and then coming back like this with a magic carpet? So you ride the knob. Come on. And again, it's not his carpet. Yeah, went out of Lambo and was like, I can show you the world. You ain't got no fucking world.
Oh my God, man.
You're gonna show her the world on her dime. Ain't that some shit? My nigga Con Jasmine got a job from the Sultan. Got a relationship.
Oh my
God.
God.
This is the ultimate come up. For the fuck boy.
He
This man showed no truths until he got caught.
Really,
I mean, but baby, you really gonna believe Jafar because he got my genie now? Word?
he really
You
finessed
gonna
his
believe
way
I
into
didn't
this?
really love you? Come on. I'm telling
He really
you.
did finesse his way into this.
I'm telling you, bro. The only one saw his bullshit, Rafiki the Tiger. That was the only one saw his bullshit.
Wait, no, Rafiki. No, Rafiki's the monkey in Lion King. You're talking about Raja.
Raja,
Raja was the only one saw that man bullshit. Be like, nah, that was the heavy set best friend. You gonna really don't let him trick you like that, bitch. Don't let him trick you like that, princess. I don't want
God
him.
Almighty.
Don't let him do that.
He said, talking about I can show you the world. Motherfucker, you ain't got no world.
Yeah, he got no world. Come on.
You ain't got no fucking world, he said.
He meant metaphorically, like when you're out of the castle to see the actual people of
on
Agrabah,
the carpet,
you know?
like with the carpet. Let's be able to show you anything.
My man finessed that man didn't have no clothes and used a magical being to give him drip.
I've never thought about Aladdin, honestly, in this way, which is hilarious to think.
This is why Disney fucked our heads up. Like, we really sat here rooting for people that was like, I don't think we should be rooting for these people.
Show her the world. What world?
Well, who would you rather root for? Who would you rather root for, Jafar or Aladdin, bro?
I'm not rooting for neither one. If who I'm rooting for, I'm rooting for Jasmine. Find your independence. Your daddy got you held up.
That's all she wanted in the first place. Anyway.
That was it. And she went and found a fuck nigga that just kept doing wrong.
Why daddy kept making her?
My man said, yo, give me a whole nother identity, man. I'm Prince Ali.
Prince Ali,
a straight lie. My man had peacocks. Everybody, even Genie was like, fabulous. I love the feathers. He's
like, yep, look at what I created. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fabulous, Jay. I love the colors. Like, he created a whole lie so he could get in them draws. That didn't work.
Oh man,
And then the whole
Oh.
time it was just like, yo, why wouldn't you just yourself? That also was a lie.
Sage D, that's a good point. So true. Built like a serpent.
Built like a
Not
That is
built like
very
a
true as well.
serpent.
That is very true as well. That was like,
his
yo,
staff was even a snake, man. Like,
yes. First of all, that's why I was like, both of y'all have bad decision
Oh.
making. This is why y'all in these situations.
Oh
You
my
don't know how to pick a
God.
Sultan. You don't know how to pick a husband. I was like, yo, when I saw it, I was like, yo, we really be getting these shows wrong. But I know Sage did deliver us a question, and he said, what DC or Marvel hero or villain would be a great wrestler, and what entrance music would you give them?
Oh, that's a cool question.
That's a cool question.
Ooh.
villain Kingpin comes to mind. Like that would be a dope villain. I see him like rolling up in a limo like JBL, getting out.
Mm-hmm.
His entrance music being like an ominous sort of, oh god, like trying to think of one as an example, but
A comparison, yeah.
yeah, but I think Kingpin as a villain would be great.
Mhm.
What was the other one? Like the Heroes 2? Or
Yeah,
Heroes 2, right?
Yeah, DC, Marvel hero, DC or Marvel hero or villain.
I'm
I'll
gonna
go
go.
Kingpin first.
I'm gonna go Spider-Man for Marvel, and then use the Spider-Man TV show as his intro.
Oh, talk about a pop, man.
Yeah. And then you just see him swinging around the fucking stadium, and they trying to catch him with the light and stuff like that.
Fire. I see that.
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah. And then
the
he
hero
just
pose fall in the
fall around to the stage. Fireworks go off.
Spotlight lands when he lands. Like that would be fire.
Yep.
DC
he'd be
or
a dope
Marvel
wrestler.
character.
I mean, this is why Macho Man didn't leave my list. He was a Bonesaw. I got you for 3 minutes. So hey, love
3
it.
minutes of
Yeah, word. Get rid of Macho Man. We got rid of that moment too.
coffee in the big time.
Coffee, yeah, cup of coffee and cream of the crop.
Yep.
Yikes! Sorry, can't take it back. Marvel hero. This could count for like X-Men too, right?
Yeah. Hero or villain.
Yeah,
Whatever's in Marvel. Yeah, for whatever's in Marvel. Just your choice.
Give me, I don't know why I'm obsessed with her. I love this. I've always loved her character, but give me Psylocke with China's entrance music.
Oh, that'd be fire. That'd be hard. That would.
Yeah.
Give Kingpin no chance in hell.
Oh, yeah.
That one's dope. I know somebody wrote King of Kings for Kingpin, but no chance in hell is
Rolling up in a limo and you get out and that's the song and you see that limo. He gets out of the limo and the limo rises because he's so big. Like that.
Oh, also too, the Reina rankings are out.
Hey,
they get it right. PWI and kiss my ass because they be acting like they don't want to recognize my client, and I'm saying I'm gonna have some words for you. Ooh, I like.
Ooh, yeah, I love
Which
that.
nation music though? The Farouk one or when The Rock took over?
Nah, the Farouk one, man.
We are the nation.
Right.
Domination.
Boom, 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 boom. I would even do somebody like, ooh, wait, I just had the theme song in my head. Now I can't find it. Shoot. Proceed.
For DC, I want to go. This is very random. Villain wise, I'm gonna go with Solomon Grundy using Lars Sullivan's music.
Wow.
His entrance was also work too.
Yeah,
it was just like a spotlight, right? Of him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, that I found it. Villain for Marvel. Give me Thanos with Psycho Sid's music.
Ooh, that'd be hard. That would be fire. That'd be fire. Oh, I need a
terrifying. That's what that would be.
That'd be very terrifying.
Like your life is coming to an end.
Oh.
Let me see.
That's good.
I didn't do DC.
Man, that was.
Damn.
The Thanos with Psycho Sid was real good.
I know that was so good. It's like
wasn't it the Psycho music, like from the movie a little bit?
yep.
It had a little, it was like a lot of like synthesizer notes
music behind it. Yeah.
And had a little gloominess to it in the back.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm gonna have to come back on my villain for Marvel, but I got my DC.
I got DC too.
I got DC too. Lobo coming into the New World Order music.
Oh, fire! I got
bike.
Yep.
Oh, where is it? Damn it! Why?
Why are you thinking of it? For my Marvel villain, Carnage with Rhea Ripley's "This Is My Brutality."
Yeah, I like that
too.
Yeah. All right. I'm good now.
Yeah.
Because I knew he was moving to DC, and I was like, what's my DC ones?
I'm all over the place.
Give me Bane coming out to Brock Lesnar's music.
Oh, that'd be hard.
Look all the good ones. Yeah.
That'd be hard. That'd be hard. Give me Nightwing to Lyra Valkyria's music.
I don't. I don't remember the music.
Now that you mention it.
See what you missed?
What the hell was
that? You've been away for a while, Deonne.
Oh, that was great. Because we got what we were talking about, but I was just like, I gotta see him turning around to Lyra Valkyria's music. And Dylan was on it. Oh man, that shit is great.
That shit is DC. Ooh, that's easy for the women. I'm gonna do for the women. Catwoman. Sable's music.
Right here.
So that's perfect.
Right here. That's perfect.
God,
that's too good. Ooh, Sage D. I like this one.
Too.
I like this one.
Luke Cage coming to Mark Henry's World's Strongest Man. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sign me up. Poison Ivy, Toxic Attractions music.
Yeah. Not Fatal Influence.
No. That's like your NWO Red and Black.
Ooh! For Back to Marvel. Thor, Chris Jericho, Break the Walls Down.
With
all that pyro.
Yes. And it'd be lightning instead.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You have to make me cry today.
Superman Hogan's classic. You know what, though? I ain't gonna lie. I get at the Captain America if we're doing anything, though.
I was gonna give Captain America Cody's theme song.
That would, because now Superman doesn't say the whole American way stuff anymore.
That's true.
For truth, justice, and I don't even think they added anything in place of it.
No.
I think they may have, but I'm not sure. So that whole if this was like vintage Superman and vintage Hulk Hogan music, perfect.
So I do gotta ask y'all that. This is a good question to ask y'all. If you were a hero, are you gonna what would you do? Would you stay within your city? Would you go by continent, or would you be a worldwide superhero? Or also a universal student, one too, going out into the universe. Like, which ones would you pick? Would you be if you had powers?
Do I have Superman's powers?
It can be any powers. Like you're a superhero. You have powers. It don't matter which ones you got that you want. Just as a person of who you are now, if you woke up the next day, had powers, and were like, you need to be a hero, where are you landing at?
Universal. And give me anything that Jean Grey got.
I mean,
here's my thing.
I've seen up Atlanta.
Right. That's how I am. I'm like, I stick to my city.
I love the planets and the universe and shit like that.
That's a lot of responsibility, though.
It is.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
But Jean Grey's a powerful ass bitch.
True, but you also got to think about too. your diplomacy got to be up because you got to know what to do to talk to these different worlds.
Mm.
You got to you got to, first of all, you got to also be back too, because if you're traveling with all of that stuff, you also got to worry about space and diseases. And
I mean, that's why the Lanterns have a core. Like, they have sectors that they, like, it ain't one person that's like, hey, y'all, this is y'all area.
This is not to like change your mind on that. It's just, it's very interesting at where you sit with it. Cause I'm now like watching Daredevil, rewatching Daredevil to get ready for the new season to come out. And I was just looking at like, yo, Hell's Kitchen is hard to just man down.
Much less to walk around. Shit.
Yeah. And I'm like, yo, I got LA. LA is not small. And LA got a lot of problems.
Yeah, I think
Joker coming out to Mankind's thing. No, honestly, I see Joker coming out to Heartbreak Kid. I'm just a sexy boy. I see him in his purple suit.
As a joke.
Going down
throwing out gas containers to make people laugh.
But Doink's heel theme would be pretty dope
for Joker. Yeah, I think. Well, you're not talking about Mankind's theme, the rock and roll one. You're talking about the first.
I think the first one,
full brown suit. Yeah.
I still remember that clip of him playing the piano. That little vignette of Mankind. Like, that's so good, man. Like,
he's talented. He's very talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that. I was not going there. Yeah, man, I don't see me doing it outside of the city, even with the powers I got. Like, because I don't even know what powers I would want to have.
I definitely want Jean Grey powers. Dark Phoenix, good Phoenix. I don't care. Give it all.
But you also got to deal with the drawback of that, because then that means also too you have a split personality.
Well, y'all seen it.
She was like, "I'm okay with that."
y'all seen it.
You think this ain't under control over here? You're right. That's on me, honey. My fault. That's on me.
Yeah, like if we could choose, like to protect LA, Will, what powers would you need?
For Universal, she would need that, man. For City, you know what? For City, I would definitely want Flight. No, you know what? Real shit, Storm. I'd have Storm's powers. I'd have Storm's powers. I would definitely have Storm's powers. That's all I need. I would just need Storm's powers. Those are, I think, no matter at what level scale you're at, you can still do some good. Like, even if I just stayed in LA,
you're right?
Okay, I would be A-okay.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at some because the post I made from the debate.
Yes,
said has commented with a GIF that says, "I said what I said."
I'm telling you, bro.
We gotta figure out when we can watch this together, man. Because I want to hold off. Because if Honey is any like she was to me today, I'm kind of happy I missed it.
I mean, let me know what y'all doing tomorrow. We could definitely hop on and do a.
But it was funny. It was funny from the jump. Like, it was funny from the jump when Courtney came in, because she came in with the Ambrose Asylum and the Wild Thing music playing, but it didn't kind of go as planned.
It never go right every time. It'll start and shit just cut off, and you can't hear it. But if y'all not doing nothing tomorrow, not doing nothing, but if you have time tomorrow, we could definitely do a watch along. Just let me know.
For that.
Yeah, let's throw some times in the old chat and figure it out.
All right, well, we'll do it tomorrow and go live and watch it.
Because boy,
this is gonna be funny. Reacting to ourselves, I think that's so funny.
Yes, that is gonna be great.
I love that.
But yeah, Deonne, what powers would you have if you just stayed in Atlanta?
I've always wanted Flight. Flight has been like the thing, like, but also obviously. Superman's so overpowered, man. I feel like I could clean up Atlanta in no time with his powers, with no. Yeah, give me Flight, and then let me get Luke Cage. That's close enough. Like, let me combine Flight with Luke Cage's.
So you're just indestructible,
pretty much.
See, the only reason why I'm kind of against that one is just because. Watching the show, you saw things that could fuck him over.
Right.
Like I can put a shotgun underneath your head, and that's gonna do some damage to you on your internal. Because you just got impenetrable skin and strength. So this don't make you perceptible to magic or nothing like that. But again, too, like you said, you're in Atlanta. So I don't think you want to also be too overpowerful.
Yeah, I mean, but still, like, I don't know why I'm like giving myself vulnerabilities. If I was, why wouldn't I just give myself the whole bag? Say what?
I can't take a bullet as having storm powers. Like I still got to watch out for like regular shit. I'd be trying to put out one of these fires and get hit with a branch and be down. Like
a fight with Luke Cage, Milton, put that together, and I think I'm good.
Beat it.
Oh yeah,
teleportation powers is something that I always would like dabble with too.
That scared the shit out of me because I feel like because I smoke weed, I'm gonna get stuck in a wall somewhere. Like I'm scared, like I may like hiccup mid transportation and I fall out of however this working, and I'm like semi stuck into a wall. Like that, I feel like that was what would happen to me.
But you could teleport anywhere, so you wouldn't even be really stuck anywhere. No?
Yeah, but we don't know the. Here's the thing: we don't never think about when it comes to teleportation.
Well, it's not necessarily Kitty Pryde powers where she walks through walls and shit. That's a different story.
Yeah, but again, you also don't know particularly where you're landing or how that teleportation works.
But like, see, that's how Nightcrawler works, right? Like he has to have been to the place.
Yeah, places you've been to,
like that, right?
Yeah, but what if it's not there no more? Like there's a Chick-fil-A I knew down the street. That shit ain't there no more.
What's in the place of Chick-fil-A? Is there something else, or is it a parking lot? Like what's the?
It's a parking lot now. That's exactly what
Chick-fil-A.
It's a parking lot.
I don't know it was a parking lot. Like let's say I don't know that. I know now for real life purposes, but let's say I didn't know that, and I'm going like, okay, I'm going to Chick-fil-A right by the register, and where the register is now a fucking ticket machine to pay, and I'm stuck in the ticket machine halfway. We don't know how this transportation shit work or teleportation. I don't know what's happening. What happened if you break down the molecules to teleport and your shit don't come back together right? I can teleport your penis on your chest. Like,
wait a minute. Is
like, no, what is it up here?
I would hope that this being your superpower, that you perfected the use of your superpower. You know what I mean? Like,
but how? How do you like? It's different from knowing your strength and being able to go, okay, I know how I need to shake a person's hand without crushing their bones to I'm physically transporting matter to another space and point. Like I feel like that's a little more difficult as far as like we just talking about like realistic powers, like even flight. Like one thing people don't talk about flight is, and the only ones that ever mention this is Dragon Ball Z. Who the fuck is flying without goggles? You go at master speeds like this, just raw-eyed and wind blowing in your face, and you going Mach 4 speed. No. You should be wearing something. These are things they don't talk about with these powers.
This is why I go for the most powerful one and the most like the bigger universal. Like that's why I go for that route.
Here's the only thing that scares me with honeys. Honey is definitely gonna wind up killing somebody by accident. Several times.
If she had these powers, from what I know, if she had these powers yesterday,
Andrew, we just saw City disintegrate live on television. But like, how she do that? Just looking at you from a computer screen. Don't look at me, honey. Don't look this way. Don't look this way. Do that. We go like. I'm sorry to say that. Pat, you go end up in the hospital a good couple times.
Oh my God, no.
If she got these Phoenix powers. Be like, Patchy, what happened? I don't know how. Somehow she blew the house up, then brought it back together. Like, boom, and then everything was okay. I just wasn't. And you couldn't put me back together. And I don't know. Something happened where the Steelers didn't win, and all of a sudden, we didn't have no house. Now we got so I don't know.
I'm real. Listen, don't talk about my team. I'm still very sensitive about.
See what I'm saying? Now imagine this with Phoenix powers, and them eyes just start lighting up.
That is like the person to pick, though.
You just got to be like,
you think about it.
She can't see me. She can't if she can't see me, she can't hurt me.
But you can't block somebody who messes with your mind too. She got mind powers.
This is gonna convince me I'm safe after seeing Cedric disintegrate. This is gonna make me feel like I'm safe.
This is it.
After seeing Cedric disintegrate.
Yeah, I'm like, well, he was live and could see her.
Well, forget that. I'm snatching everything out. Like just turning there, cameras, lights, closing the laptop.
Because I could control that shit if I wanted to. If I had the powers. Yeah. Fuck all y'all shit up.
Have y'all watched the Daredevil series?
I haven't seen the trailer for the new one though yet.
No, the old one. The old one's on Netflix.
Yeah.
With what's his name? The actor. Shit.
Which one?
I like the first Daredevil that came out on Netflix is the one that I remember.
No, that one. That's what I'm talking
about. Okay, I have not. Yeah. What season is this?
The new one that's coming out in March is season 4. They had 3 seasons on Netflix.
Thank you, D-Wise. Charlie Cox. That's who it was.
Charlie Cox. I know you're talking about him or Kingpin. That's what I was.
Yeah, no, I was talking about Murdoch. I only remember seeing like the first. Well, how many seasons is there? You said?
Did it get 2? But
there's 3.
Was it 2 on Netflix or 3?
And it took a while to get to 3, didn't it? Or 2?
Well, because we had season 1 and 2. Then they did Defenders, and they had to show all of their shows. Then the last one that came out was season 3.
Okay, so I skipped Defenders. I only saw I think season 1 and a little season 2. I don't remember. That's
perfect because I'm on season 1, and I just wanted I had to get this out as a semi rant. I have a very good debate as to tell why Foggy and Karen ain't shit, and they were villains in this entire shit. Because they got a lot of people killed for no reason. For doing way too much. They were being very dairy owl, if you will. And
no doubt.
I did not like that. Like Foggy got that old Latina woman from the apartments. He got her killed because he was like, no, don't take the settlement. You should fight. Be like, why would you tell her? You know they will kill her. There's a hole in her wall already.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you tell her that? Karen, old boy was like, I'm done. Ben Urich, the reporter, he was like, look, my wife, I'm done. You can have this fight. I'm okay. Okay, cool. But let me take you to this place real quick just to show you something. You go tell this man that, like, you taking him to a home and you taking him to where Wilson Fisk's mom is.
Right.
And then what happened? Got choked out by Kingpin.
Yeah.
These are horrible people.
Yeah.
These are horrible people. And Foggy,
watch it.
I want to punch Foggy in the face because I just got to the episode where he found out, Matt was Daredevil.
That he is, yeah.
And when I tell you, this was the most bitch shit of an attitude that he was given, it just made me like, as Matt Murdock, I would have just really wanted to square up with him.
Like whip your ass, bro.
Yeah, because he was just like, how many fingers am I holding up? Because you can actually see, like, wait a minute. So you mean you knew every time I was lying to you, you just went along with it? First off, why are you lying to your friend?
Right. That ain't your friend.
They make it so much about them. I understand. Yeah.
Self-centered.
Yeah.
Very self-centered, greedy people.
So self-centered. He was like, I wouldn't have kept this from you, Matt. So the fuck what? Like, bro, I got a secret. Like, yo, I don't care that you don't keep secrets. I got secrets.
Right.
But it's like no one understands that. Like, I'm not telling you for a reason. Because my enemies will know,
and I'm trying to protect you.
And you, if you die, that's on me. Like that's why I kept it from you. But I should have still known. Like, no, you shouldn't have. I hate that you know right now.
Right.
Because now you're a liability.
You only knew because you came to my house before calling me. First of all, who the fuck does that? Because they did that repeatedly, banging on his door at like 2 a.m. talking about Matt. Come out with us. First of all, who doesn't call to say, hey, is it cool if I come over first?
Like, first of
Especially
all,
that late.
right. First of all,
Just
you're
lock it
knocking
up.
on my door like that. It better be for an emergency or a reason or something. Shit.
Like, honey, just imagine if me and Deonne are like that at 2 a.m. We gonna go to the fish market when the sun come up. Pachu is gonna shoot us.
That's what
And he'd be well in his right. He'd be well in his
he would
right.
not. No, he would let y'all in. I'm the one that's looking out like, man, I'm sleeping.
Y'all would have every reason to fire off on us, and we could not be mad. Unannounced that we knocking at 2 in the morning.
That's a no. That's a no in etiquette.
This man Foggy broke and entered into his apartment, and that's how he felt. I'm like, bro,
you got the audacity.
Got some nerve.
Went through the roof access. I'm like, y'all ain't shit.
Let me ask y'all something real quick before I gotta get off.
Yeah.
Do y'all watch have y'all watched this show on Prime called Jack Reacher? Based on a novel.
Oh, it's so good.
Dude, I'm obsessed.
Season about to drop.
I'm in the middle of season 2. Like Patrick and I are like breezing through it. It's so damn good. His mom put us onto it.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude should definitely play Batman.
He should be yes. Oh my god, he said the same thing. He could even be a freaking wrestler.
Yes, he could.
His build is insane.
That dude is massive.
Tom Cruise was Jack Reacher in a movie years back.
Yes.
Y'all remember this?
Yes.
And people hated that movie because it was bad because we all know the size of Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
He did not fill out what was written in that book. That's why people crapped on the movie. And now you see this guy play. I mean, you see him. You're like,
that's what we read about. This is
how he was described.
What was the other one that was like the Alex Cross? Alex Cross was the same.
I gotta catch that one. That's gonna be
that one is
wonderful.
Love Aldous Hodge, man.
Yeah, that one is so good. Yeah. I love that one. But like the Tyler Perry one, like they had did it like the wrong way. That wasn't even Tyler Perry's fault though, because Tyler Perry was
that was just
it was the director and stuff like that. Yeah, because like the director.
Tyler Perry and what's his name? That guy he was in a show. He was in Lost, I think. It's a TV show called Lost.
But if you watch the Alex Cross Now, the series on Prime, that's what Tyler Perry initially wanted for it to be. He wanted to be a very serious type of role, but they didn't do it that way.
It was a weird movie, man.
I didn't even finish it. I didn't even finish it.
No, they totally took his vision and just went an entirely different route. It didn't come out the way it needed to at all. But yeah, that is our shooting the ish. So again, we almost had a 3-hour show, so we definitely shooting the ish had to be a little shortened, but we will try to keep it to an hour and a half, on our next episode. So that way, when we do shoot the ish, we got a little bit more time and stuff. But we appreciate each and every single one of y'all checking out the Kayfabe podcast. Believe me, we're seeing y'all in the chats. We're seeing y'all in the comments. We're seeing y'all liking the posts. Make sure you're following the Kayfabe podcast Instagram now. We got more clips coming out throughout the week. We'll let y'all know when we're going live again. You know when we're going live, but we'll announce it on socials, announce what we're talking about, just to get y'all hype and to share even more wrestling news. So appreciate y'all tuning in with us, checking this out, and tune in tomorrow. We will let y'all know on Instagram as well when we will do this watch along of the Shield.
Yeah, I'll wait. I'll definitely wait. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta see like Deonne's like initial natural reaction to all of this. And then us reacting to it.
Yes. Cannot wait. So we will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night and take care.